What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people when I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank y'all for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's up to my friends and family in the building? It's Wednesday, hump day. Hump day, hump day, hump day, hump day, hump day. What up, Osriel, Jesse V, Dante, Paige, A Done, Long Way ENT, your car. Chatford in the building. V Nicole, yes, I am your handsome friend. I am your handsome friend. Yeah, Gerald Sparrow, Jarius Phillips, Dante Norfolk. Somebody said where Lex been working, taking care of business. AJ Wise, questionnaire, solution trucking channel. What's going on? Crown me. I see you in the building. What's happening? Old dog, what up? Tiffany Simpson, what's up, baby girl? What's up, Tiff? Blue to Globe, I see you. Nicholson, K-Mad, what up? Dante, I see you. They said, is the Pistons getting that dub today? That's the plan. That's the goal. Pint for pint, what up? Steph Cuts, I see you. Purple Haze, what's happening? Ant Dog says, go Cavs. Okay, all right. Jamila, what up, Mila? What up, Mila? Treese, K-Man, AR is back. Loso way, I see y'all. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's holding me down. Beans and Greens, I see you. Platinum Prophetess, what up, baby girl? OG Rihanna says, go Spurs. You don't hear that often. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a lot of people. Maybe because it's, San Antonio. How many people is in San Antonio? Let me see. Woo, wait a minute. I didn't know that San Antonio was that deep. Y'all got 1.5 million people in San Antonio? What? Where have I been? How am I sleeping on the city of San Ann? I didn't know y'all had 1.5 million people in the city because it's not just the metro area. When you get to the metro area, it's well over 2.5 million. It's over 1.48 million people in San Antonio. What is going on? Where I been at? What? Why y'all ain't tell me San Antonio was booming like that? All right, let me get on my Grizzy. Let me get, what up, Slan? Jarius Phillips, what up, though? Jerry says, I'm a Mase fan, but the Spurs is the only Texas team still standing. You don't get to pick, you don't get to switch teams just because they're in the same state. That's not how it works. You can't switch over to the Clippers if the Lakers is losing and you a Lakers fan. That's not how it works. You can't switch up. No. We're not allowing switch ups. That's not what's happening. That's not what we're doing. We're not allowing for switch ups. You got to pick a team and you stand on it. You stand on it. What do San Antonio? Let me see something. What? San Antonio is popping? Yeah, I know I've been missing out. Let me see. Let's see something. Somebody just sent me something. I'm trying to understand this. Hold on one second. Trying to find something. I wonder, because I was paying attention to. Let me tell y'all what I'm looking at right now. 1 second. Let me see something. They said that Mase is trying to convince Dane, or Mase is trying to convince Cameron to forgive Dane. And the only reason that I think that this is relevant is because we was just talking about the whole Kevin Hart and Cat Williams situation. We was talking about Kevin Hart and Cat Williams. And so let me see if I can find this space where Mase is talking to
you don't seem safe and people don't want to invite you places. You're not going to get invited to Kevin Hart roast. Nah, it might be gang.
He said, shout out to me.
Yeah.
I did it my way.
I didn't say I was mad at it, but at the end of the day, what I'm saying is this. See, I'm old enough to know I fuck mad shit up with that attitude. I ruined a lot of things I could do with that attitude.
I like this camera.
Yo, because there's a lot of shit on the table right now. You gotta realize this. What I realize is this, right? I'm always gonna be me. But you don't get when you always fighting and you always beefing and you always arguing, whether it's in person, online, everything, you don't seem safe and people don't want to invite you places. You're not going to get invited to Kevin Hart roast. Nah, it might be gang. Invite them. You're not getting invited to Mark Wahlberg's picnic, whatever he has. You know, These are things that I'm invited to. You know, so I understand that. You know why? Drewski, Kasana, I Show Speed. You know why they get mad money?
They're safe.
They're safe.
Yeah.
Very true.
They're safe.
Very true.
You don't gotta worry about no nonsense. You got niggas like Wale trying to run down Kasana because he just didn't know who he was. Yo, my man, you made me look crazy. Word, did I? I didn't know. I was just trying to get in the car.
Yeah. Let's take a picture.
Yeah, let's take a picture, get this shit up. They're safe. When you're online constantly arguing, not only constantly arguing, you look mad. Even when you try not to act like you're not mad, I don't give a fuck about niggas. I'm doing what I do. This face tells you mad. I wore these colors. These colors are safe. These colors is safe. This color is safe and it spews spring and happiness.
They're vibrant colors.
Yeah, they're vibrant. It's Easter right here. Yeah, shout out to PT. Made me realize I'm this Easter right here, man. Listen, I am safe, everybody. If you want to throw money my way, see I'm safe. The only person that I would say right now, see, I don't want you to think that I'm gonna get money and wild out. Only person that really gets a big bag that's not safe and don't give a fuck is Fifth, because Fifth is always already proven that he can be successful with music, then with television, then with movies, to where the people who fund him be like, fucking take the chance. Just get
he was never safe.
Yeah, no, Fifth was never safe from day one.
Nah, listen, I think that we're watching the maturation of Cam right before our very eyes. I do. And I'm going to just tell you, as I've elevated, as I've grown, and I'm learning on the fly, and I think a lot of us are learning about social media and visibility and money and all of these things. We figuring it out together, right? We're figuring it out together. And when you step back, because when you in the mire, right? And this is one of the reasons why I had to change the Room 9 channel from Fight Club. As much as people say, oh man, Fight Club was awesome, it was down in the gulag, we was in the gutter getting it. At some point, you have to say, wait a minute. So what is the goal and what are we trying to do? Because if we're not trying to elevate, if we just gonna stay here, because I remember we ran Fight Club for like almost a year and we was at 14,000 subscribers. The minute that I readjusted the platform, you know why it took me so long to get the plaques, the after hour plaques? That one right there. You know why it took me so long to get that plaque? Is because even after I had changed the platform, YouTube had to go through a verification to actually know that that channel was safe and that they were going to award me. The minute that I switched it over from Fight Club to Room 9 or After Hours, 100,000 immediately. 100,000 subscribers went from 14 to 100 in about a year. The reason why I don't entertain and keep going back and forth, I might address something one time and then I keep it moving, is because I understand that my growth strategy, and I'm here not for people that I've never seen before in real life going back and forth with them, but we here to go and get the bag. That's why I'm the king of the bag chasers. That's what that represents. Is that we got to keep our eye on the money while at the same time entertaining and giving information and insight. And what I think that we're seeing right here, right from Cam, is we're seeing the maturation of Cam in real time. We don't really get this level of visibility and see people grow because most of the time you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? When I seen the forgiving of Kevin Hart and Cat Williams, what I said to myself is, oh, they smart. Because Cat can go over there and get it by himself. And Kev obviously can go over there and get it by himself. And they both been doing okay. But how much greater are they, and how much more invites, and how much more networking, and how much more opportunity do you get when you're no longer going back and forth with people, and you learn how to fix the situation? Even if y'all not best friends, you learn how to move a little bit differently. Wisdom. With age comes wisdom. Worst case scenario, you just stop talking about it. Worst case scenario, you just stop talking about it. You just stop entertaining dusty conversations, dusty people with dusty mindset, because they always do this. It's a ceiling. What I've learned is from people that continue to talk about and deal with the same things over and over again, they go and then they do like this. And they never grow past where they at, because they hit a ceiling. And if people don't think that you're safe, if people don't think that is good to do business with you, you basically cut off your own legs. Listen, all of that keeping it real for who? For you? Never. I'm keeping it real for my family. Keeping it real for my family. You're wrong, Yaka. You're absolutely, positively wrong.
He still don't play safe to this day. But I'm talking about people he do business with. They're willing to take the chance because he brings the money. Yo, fuck it, just hire extra security. Fuck it, we can make the 100 million with the nigga. Just hire extra. So you got niggas like Fifth, who's probably the only nigga who's still wilding out here. Shout out to Fifth too, to where you be like, man, listen.
Good morning, everybody coming in.
But if you talk to Fifth, he's one of the smartest people that you'll sit down and have a conversation with. He's not dumb by any means. Everything is very calculated. But the rest of you niggas keep frowning, keep being mad, keep having attitudes. It's not gonna work out, especially when you have it on your jacket. When it's on your resume, like, damn, nigga been mad for 22 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
God damn. Like, you ever see Goodfellas?
Mm-hmm.
You ever see, you know, it's Sam Rothstein and it's Nikki, Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
There's a scene in Goodfellas where they like out dinner and Sam Rothstein sitting there with like, what, 8, 9, him and his home, 3 of them, and like 8, 9 chicks. And Nikki, who's Joe Pesci, is sitting over there looking to her, yeah, we having fun too. It's just 3 of them niggas and they look miserable. That's what matter these niggas, man. So, you know, yeah, Mase, I'm be safe to further notice that. Don't think I'm a wild. No, bag, man.
No, this is good to hear. This is good to hear, Cam.
Yeah, now don't get it fucked up. I ain't gonna let nigga talk about y'all running up in y'all show, boy. Y'all going, I'm not having that.
Oh, yeah, that's self-defense.
Yeah,
That's self-defense.
yeah. Now, I'm not with all that now. That's just not gonna happen. Call it what you want. Not talking about y'all. I'm coming in there, y'all gonna interview me when I say so. That's just not gonna happen, brother. So, or sister, or anybody else, man. So that's what I'm definitely not having. But
that's good. That's good to know, Kim. So you and Dame are not gonna argue no more.
To me, it's all fun.
Oh, okay.
To me, I'm snapping. It's like online snapping.
Oh, yeah.
But you see that's the point, right? When you see him, he's not snapping fun. He's mad. Yeah, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Because and then be like, I'm gonna make a song. I'm gonna call it the Dusky.
Yo, you're wrong, your car. Cam need to stay in his lane. He doesn't get views if he's on camera, but he's on Talk with Flea. Cam been doing numbers. I don't know how much more success Cam has to make before y'all start putting some respect on his name. Cam is probably one of, if not the best former rapper outside of Joe Budden content creator that there is out here. Nobody is more relevant and continues to win, catch dubs on a regular basis than Cam. Let me tell you why I look at this differently than y'all look at it, right? Because like you said, Dame got a BET distro deal. You know what I look at Dame as, bro? or what I grew up looking at Dame as, because I'm not dissing him. I'm not even on that type of time. Dame is supposed to be the person that's behind the scenes, not even talking, just making moves. Dame wasn't supposed to be the rapper. Dame was supposed to be the person that was behind the camera, not behind the camera, but behind the deals. Dame was supposed to be the business guy, the manager, the person that makes stuff happen. The problem with Dame is that he picked up a microphone and he started talking about too much, and we don't have the same regard for him because his allure has faded. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's supposed to be the guy that's doing the deal. Dame want to be Michael. Dame don't want to be Quincy. Dame was supposed to be Quincy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it don't really matter what deal he got or whatever. Some people supposed to be behind the scenes, and some people supposed to be with the microphone. But when you get the dude that's behind the scene and want to get the microphone because he got something to say, he gonna embarrass himself because the dude that got the microphone is used to having a microphone. And the dude that's behind the camera ain't even supposed to be on the microphone. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, he snapping and going back and forth and all of this, and we don't care. We don't care. Like, I want to see him win, but I want him to see him win the way that we grew up looking at Dame and seeing him win. We just thought that Dame was cool because Dame was not rapping and he wasn't trying to do too much. I mean, he was dancing in the videos and he was doing all of the, but we didn't want to hear him in the band. We didn't want to see him doing music. We didn't want to see him doing full interviews talking bad about people and trying to snap on people. Like, he's supposed to be above that. He's supposed to get to a certain level. I would like to imagine that one day when I built these platforms and I continue to put people on, and I was talking to Molly and Miss Sanchez yesterday, and they were pitching me this idea, and we were putting together, I told them, we had to put together the budget and all of this. And so we're looking to expand and grow the platform and grow beyond whatever the foundation that we built. And so we want to go to the next level, right? So we talking about in-person correspondence, being in the courtrooms, all of this type of stuff, sending them out to locations and all of this type of stuff, right? And I would like to think that my goal, even though I know that what I am today is the person that's on the microphone, I would like to be a better executive than I am a creator. And I don't mean that I'm ever lead a microphone alone, because it is what it is. Like, it's a part of the game. It's what you do. This is what I do for a living. I'm good at what I do for a living. But I want to be a better executive, and I want to be a better manager, and I want to be a better owner, and I want to be a better person that pays people than I am as a creator. That's my goal. My goal is to put other people in position and figure out how to help them win, and then we win together. I spend so much of my spare time wrecking my brain trying to figure out how I can put people in a better position to help the company and to help us win. I don't want to be 50 snapping, going back and forth for 6 months snapping on somebody. I don't want to do that. Like, after you've been in the game for 20 years, you're supposed to be on some boss type stuff. Even the people in the mob, I seen Cam refer to the people in the mob and use them as an example. Even the people in the mob, their goal was to become made men. They didn't want to be the grunts. They didn't want to be the people that was out there trying to make a living and pay money up to give tribute up to the next person or whatever. They wanted to have their own crew. The goal was to get your own crew. And so while I admire y'all admiration for Dame, think bigger picture and think, how do you nerf yourself and prevent yourself from getting to the next level? Think big picture. we got to think, yeah, they wanted to go legit. They wanted to wash the money. Listen, forget the money part, y'all. Forget the money part. Forget who got to deal with what. Let's say everybody getting money. All right, so we going to cancel that out. Dame getting money. Cam getting money. You cancel that out. What do you want your legacy to be? What are you trying to represent? What is the goal here? It's not a compare. It's not a if and. It's not a, well, you got this deal when I got this deal. It's, what is the ultimate goal? What are we trying to accomplish here? And I see, and listen, I see growth from Cam. We seen Cam pull up on ESPN. He did his thing. He represented the brand good. And you see the difference between Cam on ESPN today versus what Cam was on CNN a couple years ago. He was on his BS back then. Now he's on his, you know what? I'm trying to figure out how to navigate this space and get a bigger bag. I don't see growth in Dame. I see bitterness. I see, it's weird. It's like, yo, all right, take a step back for a second. It seemed like somebody in this camp would say, all right, take a step back for a second and let's make some adjustments. You got to punch up, not down. Your car, you keep on taking your own personal feelings and opinions about how you feel about Cam. Oh, he pushing gambling sites, whatever. That's not what we talking about. I'm talking about the evolution of you as a person into trying to make sure that you get a bigger bag, you become a better person, you become safer for whatever it is that you're trying to do, and become a better network executive. It doesn't matter. Listen, I don't care about Cam as a rapper. He was never my favorite rapper. But I actually like and respect Cam as a creator. This is not a how I feel about what you're doing. This is about what is this representing and what can we learn from it as far as evolving and growing your brand and not getting stuck to where you're hitting the ceiling. I don't care about what people's personal goals are or what they get their sponsorships from. I'm talking about the maturation of us as executives, as people, and going to the next level. I don't know if y'all catching it. See if there's anything else to man out from this.
And it's shout out to my nigga Will Traxon, and it's inspired by Voice of Harlem and Test Smooth. And niggas rock with it. It's fun to me, but when you see him snapping, he doesn't look like he's having fun. He's mad. And when you ask him questions about me, when you ask niggas whoever got questions about me, you could tell by their tone and they start moving around their chair and they face scrunch up. You say, yeah, my Dame, I don't got no problem with Dame. Dame is mad at me for what? I don't know. I said the movie was whack. And he's been on the tangent ever since. And now, you know, he's sitting there and he's making teeth jokes about my new teeth. And I'm like, this is when you don't know you have anybody real around you, murder, is that nobody told him this magic neither. Like, you're not allowed to have teeth snaps about anything. Your teeth fell out on TV.
I'm going to just leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. So some situations just won't be resolved. What I've learned from this whole Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, Cam, Dame Dash, and every other situation is that some things and some people, some situations just can't be resolved. And I was talking about this yesterday before. With the whole Kevin Hart situation, I don't know. For me, I look at the people that I don't necessarily care for. And I'm not even talking about online. I'm talking about like in real life. And I'm not sure that I'm interested in peace. And it's almost like once you cross a boundary, I'm not interested in piecing it up, but I'm okay with going my separate way and us just never saying nothing to each other. Let's just avoid each other. We don't have to be friends. I don't have to beef with you. I don't want to have hate and malice in my heart. So I want to forgive everybody because I want to be forgiven according to how I forgive, but I don't want to be friends. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to piece it up. I don't want to do a reconciliation interview. I just want to move my own way. I'm just not interested in talking. Some people can bury the hatchet and they can make, you know what I'm saying? They can make it make sense. For me, once you cross a certain threshold, I don't want nothing to do with you. I just don't have no problems with you. Somebody said, if the Lord commanded that you hear out a person, no, that's not what it said. It said, forgive. It didn't say that I had to go and hear out nobody. I don't have to grant nobody my time. It's people that I don't even have a problem with that can't get in touch with me. I don't have to give you my time. I don't have to hear you out. It's ordered for me to forgive. That's my reasonable service. I don't have to make friends with you. I don't have to hear you out. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to go back and forth, but I'm not going to have no malice and I'm not going to hate you and I'm not going to want bad for you and your family. I'm not going to want you to not get your bread. I don't have to hang out with you. I don't have to hear you out. I don't have to grant you an audience. What scripture is that? I don't have to grant you an audience. It's cool. Everything is good. Let's move on. Let's keep it moving. It's 8.5, 9 billion people on this earth. I don't have to spend my time focusing on you. We could just keep it moving. Forgive. Absolutely. No animosity. Don't want nothing bad to ever happen to you. I'm moving on. I told y'all it was somebody that popped up in my back chat on a Sunday because I'll be dropping a link inside of the chat in order for people to come up and discuss movies. And some people been popping up in my back chat that get the link. So I know it's a lot of people that I don't necessarily rock out with or I've cut off or moved on from that still be watching the shows. And they hit the back chat and was trying to come up. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not interested in talking. I don't want to talk. I don't want to have a conversation. I don't want to figure it out. I don't want to have you expecting for me to bring you back into the fold. No, God bless you. I pray for you. Let's keep it moving. I don't want to revisit the past. Greg says, if the person wants to make amends and seek the person they did wrong out, the person must allow it. No, they don't. No, they don't. They mustn't not allow it. And that doesn't even mean that I trust you to do the right thing because you're not a trustworthy person. I could forgive you and keep it moving. What if you want to clout chase and you want to get close so that you can use it in order? Man, get out of here, bro. What is wrong with y'all? No, I don't have to grant an audience, and neither do you. Nobody has to grant an audience to anybody that feels as though they have to get it off their chest. I have no obligation to you at all. Zero. I think that I'm being very reasonable. I believe I'm being incredibly reasonable with my standards and with my rhetoric. Fade the Whiskey says, I've seen an AP collab. It's a pocket watch and not a wristwatch. And so you got, yep, that's true too. And so y'all want to talk about that? Let me know if y'all want to talk about the AP. They actually showed a picture of what it looks like. Jesse V Royalty says, good morning, AD. Got to work out and side hustle this student loan debt down soon. Love tuning in for my workout. What's up, Jesse V? Eric Harris says, I watched some of After Hours this morning. AD been acting different. You telling Q to stop being cheap and spend that. Spend that money. I did some research. I realized AD has a rare disease called lambilitis. You know what, Eric Harris? I just believe in having a good time and enjoying life. Spend that money, man. And I'm not telling you to spend money that you ain't got. Now, let's be clear, because if you ain't got it, don't go into debt trying to impress people that don't care nothing about you. But if you got it and you live in life, what you being stingy for? Think about it. Think about it, Eric Harris. Some of y'all got women that's been holding y'all down for y'all entire relationships. Some of y'all been in relationships for more than a decade, more than 5 years. You got this woman that's standing next to you, and y'all been getting to it and all of this stuff, and you gonna cheap out on her your whole life? You ain't gonna show no love. So when you get money, it's just, oh man, oh my God, we just gotta be. Because you will go out and you will spend on yourself. You're gonna get the best games, the best gear, and all of that. So you're not gonna show no love to the people that's been holding you down once you up. If you up, spend that. Spend that. Trick off on your kids. Trick off on your people. Trick off on your team. I love taking the team out. I love doing stuff for people for their birthday. I love showing love to anybody that's in my circle and that's close to me. Spend that. If you up, spend it. That's what I'm saying. Why are we being so stingy and we getting money? Now, if you going through something and you got to figure some stuff out, all right, let's hold on. Let's give me a second. Let's work through this and let's go and get the bag and let's wait till this whole situation is over. But if you got it, man, blow that money. Be responsible. Blow money budget, but spend that money. Make your investments, but spend that money. I don't really understand. I don't look at that as tricking. I look at that as having a good time with the people that hold you down the most. I'm not about to lower my lifestyle because you hanging around me. So now I got to reduce myself and not have a good time. No, man, let's all have a good time. Everybody order what you want. Let's get it. I got a different mentality, Eric. It ain't that I'm different. It's just that I understand the game. You know what I'm saying? Mello says, I like that profile pitch. Says, can we discuss how America is targeting black people and manipulating their votes? Send me the article. Send me what you think is relevant and we'll dig into it. Chris Cunningham says, hey, are y'all going to win today? I'm tired of y'all giving the game away. That's the expectation. See? Cam is doing a great job on First Take. Agreed. I think Cam and Jim are doing a great job. I don't know much about what Jim got going on right now. Spaces says, I saw that person pop up. I was like, wow. Eric D says, AD, did you see where Hawaii raised taxes on the millionaires and closed their budget gap? Send it to me. Eric, send it to me. I'm familiar with what's going on in New York, loosely. Let me see if I can get to New York. Is this it? Yeah, I'll do it. Let's get into this one. Let's dig.
From New York now, Mayor Zohran Mamdani unveiled a new budget that taxes the rich, forgoes a property tax hike, and also depends on the generosity of Governor Hochul to fill a budget gap the mayor called historic.
And then that generosity and the governor's reprieve came at the 11th hour today, and political reporter Marcia Kramer joins us now to help us do the math on this. Marcia?
Well, Justin, KJ, Mayor Mamdani was unrepentant in his determination to tax the rich and to create a city that is more hospitable to working New Yorkers. A lingering question is whether it will drive businesses out and hurt the tax base.
When working people organize, they can fundamentally change what is politically possible.
Mayor Mamdani unveiled a $124.7 billion budget that filled the $5.4 billion budget gap with $4 billion in aid from Albany and $1.77 billion in savings, mostly through efficiencies and not filling vacant positions. What wasn't in the budget was a 9% increase in property taxes that the mayor included in his preliminary fiscal plan in an attempt to scare Albany into coming up with more aid. It apparently worked, because even though the mayor didn't get a request for increasing income and corporate taxes, he got the governor to back a new pied-à-terre tax on luxury second homes that hopes to raise $500 million. The mayor also proposed raising $68 million by reducing a city business tax credit that overwhelmingly benefits millionaires.
We taxed the rich, asking those with the most to contribute a little bit more to support those with the least.
The budget also seeks $519 million in savings from the CityFEP's voucher program, mostly through efficiencies. The money from Albany will also give the city $508 million in savings by allowing the city to push back implementation of a mandate for smaller class sizes. Even with that, the city is committed to hiring 1,000 more teachers and spending $1.5 billion to build new schools. There will also be $500 million to renovate NYCHA apartments, $256 million to restore vacant NYCHA units. Mayor Mamdani also did something other mayors have failed to do, which is to eliminate the annual budget dance where libraries, parks, and cultural institutions were cut so that the council could then restore them. Instead, there's $31 million for libraries, $15 million for parks, $10 million for cultural institutions, and $25 million for the Fair program.
Let me say this, as we looking at these budgets and these budget gaps and all of the money that they spending, right? From my lens, when it starts to add up and you start to go through this, right? This is fiscal irresponsibility, in my opinion. Look at all of the things that we put up money for. And it's not just, oh, I'm putting 31 million up for libraries. You also have maintenance. You got maintenance workers. You got grass cut. You got all of these different things that we have to spend money on as taxpayers. And thank God I'm not in New York, but if you start to look at these budgets, right? Because remember, this is $120-something billion, $130 billion annually, right? This is not a one-time spend. This is an annual budget. That means that they're taking $130 billion every single year from the people, and they're distributing it how they see fit to say that they're going to make your life better. Hey, and listen, if we don't get the budget that we need in order to improve life for the citizens, guess what? We're going to have to raise property taxes. It's insane. It's insane. They said that they were spending upwards of $750 million to redo apartments. $750 million to redo apartments in New York City. Do you know how insane that sounds to me? That the city is willing to spend almost $1 billion redoing housing and apartments? Like, I just think that we've lost the plot completely on taxes. We think that taxes is normal. That's not supposed to be normal. It's not supposed to be normal. You want to know why your cost of living is so high? It's because the first thing that come out of your paycheck goes to the government and they get their cut first. That's the problem. That's problem zero. Patient zero. Patient zero. Tracing it all the way back. The number one thing that's wrong with the reason why you don't feel like you can spend the way that you need to spend is because your money is not even your money. Every single time you go to work, it's half for me, half for them. Hey, you get a new job, make sure you pay tribute. The local government is the mob. It's the mob. You got to pay them for the privilege to be able to work and feed your family. When we had these conversations and we say, is 50,000 enough? Is 60,000 enough? Is 70,000 enough? Yeah, if you were actually making 70,000, the problem is that we're not even really considering that 100 is really 60. And it's not because of inflation, it's because you contributing into things that you didn't even have a choice of whether you wanted to contribute to. Because 100 ain't 100. It ain't never been, it never will be. A M ain't an M. It's not. That's the craziest. Like, if you just break it down and you just think about it logically, that's the craziest thing that you can think of. I can buy a house, and the value of the house is going to determine how nice my house. If I think about this for a second, this is crazy. If I put a deck on my house, the assessor is going to come by and say, wait a minute, you just spent $20,000, $25,000 on a new deck, $10,000 on a new deck, $12,000 on a new deck. You know, the value of your property is going up. Now, you didn't get no more land. You didn't expand your footprint over to the water. You didn't get lake access. You don't get an extra garbage can. If I put a deck on my house or I improve my property, I now have to pay you for the opportunity to look at my house and it looking better when you drive by. That's insane. That is literally the definition of insanity. If I put up a white picket fence around my crib, very quality fence. If I put that up around my place, you're telling me that I now have to pay you more money because the quality of my house has improved. What? How? It's a finesse. Listen to what I'm telling you, big dog. It's a finesse. It's the biggest finesse ever. Ever. It's the craziest thing ever. Make you not even want to make any improvements to your property. And so we over here fighting back and forth, but we not really identifying what the real problem is. You ain't got no money, A, because you ain't spending it right, but B, because you don't really know what the cost of going to work look like. Anything I do that improves the quality of my life, it's going to cost me more money because I got to pay tribute. And they sitting here talking about, oh, we did you a favor. We didn't raise property taxes on you. What? You ain't supposed to. You don't get no credit for something that you ain't supposed to do. You got a budget. When you at work and you're a department head, you have a specific budget. And so once the company, a lot of y'all don't know how it works, right? So throughout the year, if you work in corporate America and you over a specific department, right? You got to go fight for a budget. Every year, the goal is to fight for resources. And part of the way that you can substantiate that you need those resources is you have your people all year billing to a specific project. So then they can say, hey, listen, we need this amount of resources because y'all allocated this amount last year. This is how much we billed to the project. You underfunded us. And in order for us to continue to add value to the company, this is what we need. So you need the statistics. And that's why even if you salary, they tell you to put your bill to this project because they're fighting for budget. The department heads are going to make sure that you put your time in because they're fighting for a budget. That's what's happening. Now, when you get the budget for your department, you make it shake, baby. That's all. You got what you got. You got what you got. So you can go through sometimes the workers will say, hey, are we going to hire another developer because I don't want to continue to do this work or whatever? And you got to go and look and say, I don't know if they're going to allocate us the budget for that. Or maybe we can get an intern instead. So we'll bring in an intern. Maybe we can get a contractor. Definitely not going to be able to do a full-time person because that's not what's in the budget. And so you move according to the monies that is allocated for you and you make it fit. You make it work. That's how companies are able to project, okay, listen, this is how much our capital spend is going to be. This is how much we plan on taking in. We're able to project that we're going to be this profitable this year, and this is going to be our gross revenue. Now, cities don't have to do that. You know why? Hey, listen, guys. I don't think that everybody's paying their fair share. So what we're going to do is we're going to tax second homes. And in order for us to fix these turnstiles, guess what? You're going to have to pay a little bit more. Annually, you're going to have to pay a little bit more. You're going to have to pitch in. You're not paying your fair share. That's sick. That's sick. It's insane. Instead of them lowering costs, they're increasing spending. That's crazy.
Rather than cutting funding to these services, we will do the opposite and raise the baseline of what they can expect, because we reject politics as usual.
Now, meanwhile, President Trump chided the mayor for his tax directs policies, saying he should, and I quote, cherish people like hedge fund billionaire Ken Griffin, because if you lose people like that, it's not recoverable. I'll have that part of the story coming up at 6.
Well, the libraries and the parks and those others that you mentioned are going to be happy about this because they're used to getting cut.
The real question is what the council is now going to want to restore anyway.
Of course.
I'm guessing city FEPs, but I could be wrong.
Marcia, we'll see you at 6. Thank you. As political reporter Marcia Kramer explains,
124 billion. Do y'all realize how much money that is? Yo, we're not even talking M's, we talking B's. 100. We let a person that has never had a real job before manage 124. Do you know how crazy that is? Bro, you can't just walk in and be the CEO. $124 billion annually. And that's just the city of New York. That's not even the state. That's insane, bro. That is absolutely crazy to me. These numbers are out of control. Wild. Am I the only person that's just mind blown at what I'm seeing and what I'm witnessing in real time?
new spending plan came with a warning from President Trump.
A tax on the luxury second homes of rich people like hedge fund billionaire Ken Griffin, and elimination of a business tax credit affecting some 24,000 people, mostly millionaires, are two parts of the new budget that will allow Mayor Mamdani to say he's kept a campaign promise to tax the rich. It's also opened him up to criticism from President Trump, who says the mayor has to be nice to rich people so they won't leave.
You've got to cherish them. You got to bring them to the office. You got to meet them. You have to have dinner with them. You have to convince them not to leave. You're going to make their life great.
The president on WABC radio talking about Ken Griffin's threat to take jobs and business to other states because the mayor made him the poster boy for his campaign to tax luxury second homes. You also have businessmen like Steve Ross, Ken Griffin, and others who've said they may take their business elsewhere. How worried are you about these warnings?
He's gonna say he's not worried at all.
That in the
put on a good smile, and he's gonna say he's not worried at all. New York City is probably the greatest city of all time.
And could reduce the city's tax base.
When you keep New Yorkers safe at what are now record levels, you also create the environment for others to choose this city as their home. And we look to every business leader and prospective business leader to keep considering this city.
What you're saying is you're not really worried about these threats because you think that what you're doing to improve the city will attract other people and other businesses. So whatever these businessmen are threatening isn't going to hurt your bottom line.
We want everyone to stay in this city, and we also want others to join them here in this city.
So
this dude is he don't even answer questions. He getting even more immersed in his political theater and word salad. He's a better word salad smith than Kamala Harris could ever aspire to be.
Marcia, let's look in between the lines a little bit here. He did not get his wish to raise income taxes on millionaires or even raising corporate taxes, right? And then there is a tax, though, on luxury second homes, that pied-à-terre tax that we've all been talking about. How did he do on his other campaign promises?
Well, free buses, no. But he says he wasn't able to convince the governor to do that, but he says he's going to continue to push. As for the rent freeze, as you know, it's not part of the budget. The Rent Guidelines Board meets in June. They've indicated that they're open to the idea of a rent freeze. We have to wait and see what happens. And on city-run supermarkets, he promised one in every borough. So far, there's just one he's proposing to build in Harlem.
Okay, what's next?
So essentially, he failed. Just like I told y'all, that you can sit there and you can make campaign promises, but you don't really understand the bureaucratic process that goes along with actually getting things approved. So he didn't get free buses, didn't get a rent freeze, can't build grocery stores in every single borough, is going through a one where he can test a city-ran grocery store, didn't raise income taxes on millionaires and billionaires. And the only thing that he is able to do, which I think is a loophole around that, is to try to tax second homes. At the same time, he pissed off several different billionaires that's willing to take their income to a different state. And you know what the consensus is amongst liberals? Mamdani is doing it. He's getting it done. So you failed on multiple different campaign promises. You promote, you focus on one thing, and this is what marketing does, right? This is what propaganda and marketing does. You can focus all of your energy on the fact that, you know what, but Kathy Hochul is allowing for us to be able to tax second homes. You don't know that Kathy Hochul was probably on the phone, because Kathy is kind of your boss, because they the state. The state can distribute funds as they see fit, right? You don't think Kathy is on the phone with the owner of Citadel Investments and all of these billionaires, and they saying, hey, Kat, listen, I know you want your job. I know you want your campaign promises as far as like funding and stuff like that. What we doing? They're not going to call him. They're going to call the boss. They're going to call the person that's over him. They're going to call the boss. That's what I do. When I don't like what's going on at a specific facility, I call, hey, listen, can you get John over here real quick? How do you know John? That's not important. I need to talk to John real quick. What's going on, Mr. Daniels? Hey, listen, I got a little bit of an issue. It's been communicated to me that this, and this is no longer available to me. Oh, no. That's definitely available to you. Okay. Well, I don't care how they make it happen. Do it. Do what I asked you to do. Do what I asked you to do. I'm not going to sit here going back and forth, negotiating, you telling me what's not possible. And I'm like, I just did it yesterday. Okay, well, somebody gave me their card and they told me to call them if I have any problems to get this through. I'm going to keep on talking to you. I respect you. I'm not going to disrespect you. In my mind, I'm like, man, what is you talking about? On the outside, I'm saying, oh, yeah, okay, I appreciate you. Is it possible I can talk to this person and this person and this person? I'm going to keep on going back and forth, telling me what you ain't going to do. What we talking about? Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. I wonder how the people in New York feel about this whole situation. Starting next week, when I'm back in the ESPN room, I had to order some whole new equipment. I had to order some extra stuff. So y'all got to bear with me. I'm working through it. I might have to start taking calls to better understand what the people feel inside of these regions. I want to know what y'all thoughts are. I might have to open up the phone lines to hear what y'all got to say on some stuff starting next week. Because I be wanting to know. Are y'all okay with this? Is this, how do the people in these regions, we looking at it from the outside in and saying that's crazy. And I be trying to understand, like, y'all just going to take this L? You're going to sit there and take it. Can't believe the AP is a pocket watch. We'll talk about it. I got you. All right, we'll talk about a BAM. Eric D says, AD, did you send that? Did you ever send that? Here, I'll check it out in a minute. Kev Stutter says, AD, would you ever consider flying to India and trying Indian street food on camera for the bag chasers? Nope. If I never go to India, I'm cool. I'm good. I'm not interested in going to India. And of course, there's going to be people that say, oh, but it's not all bad. And some of the culture is just, I don't care about India. I'm not interested. I've never in my life, not one time, said, man, I want to go to India. The people over in India don't like going to India. Why would I want to go to India? I'm going to talk about Trump meeting with China. Chip Burner says, why do companies want employees in the office 5 days a week? Because they want you to be productive and they want you to do what they're paying you to do. When you first signed up for the job, you said that you was going to take care of business. And you was willing to come in. Don't switch up now. Why do companies want employees in the office 5 days a week? The same reason why you want your girl in the office, in your office, in the home 5 days a week. Why don't you let her work a hybrid schedule? I'm just going to ask the questions. Why don't you want your girl to work a hybrid schedule when it comes to the marriage that y'all in? Why she can't go hybrid? She can have the cleaners come by. She can do all of those things remotely. Do you allow for your people to be working a hybrid schedule? No. Why can't she not come in? Why can't she only come in 2 days a week? I'm just asking. Do you allow for grace for the people that you're responsible for to be on a hybrid playing field? Because you're looking at it from that, because she's saying, man, I want to work a hybrid schedule. I'm not really interested in giving up boxing today. And you came in and you said, oh, baby, I'm so tired. What'd you make for dinner? What if she was saying, you know what, I'll just send you DoorDash. Don't worry about it. No, you want a home-cooked meal, don't you? Why don't you want her sending you DoorDash every day? Why do you want a home-cooked meal? Why do you want to sit down and have a conversation with her? You can do FaceTime. Why can't you be with your girl remotely? Look, see, Chris, nah, we not doing DoorDash. And nah, y'all not going to keep on working from home every day. Oh, man, that's why. That's why. Miss Elias says, I hate taxes. If Uncle Sam was a person, he'd be Jules Winfield from Pulp Fiction. Let's look at these APs, these AP watches. Let me see if they got a let's see who got a decent stream on this.
This new Swatch X AP watch is not going to be just a pocket watch. And in this video, I'm going to be explaining why it's not just going to be a pocket watch, amongst tons of other pretty cool details.
The Audemars Piguet Swatch Royal Pop has finally arrived. And if you're watching this video, that means you've seen the teasers, you've seen all of the renderings people have made online. This release has transcended watches and become something of a hot pop culture topic of late, no pun intended. But now it's finally here, and here's everything you need to know about the new Royal Pop. Okay, first, for some background on the watch. Now, some of these things you might know, and some of them you might not, but the original Pop Swatch, a watch if you want to call it that, but more like a pocket watch or a wearable watch, was first launched by Swatch in 1986 and allowed the wearer to fix the watch to anything they really wanted. You could also pop it onto a strap if you wanted to. Now, while the Pop Swatch almost put Swatch on the map in the 80s, it did fall out of favor for some years, though it did return in 2022 and proved to be significant to the launch that we're talking about today. And by coincidence or not, the Royal Pop is landing exactly 40 years after that first release.
So this is the look of it. This is what it's going to be. It's not going to be an actual wristwatch. It's not going to be, all gold. It's not going to do anything like that. You're right. It looks kind of like a toy. Now, also, now y'all want to get in y'all feelings. Oh, what a ripoff. So wait. So y'all was cool when everybody like myself, I don't know about everybody, I don't know what anybody else said, but y'all was cool when I said, oh no, listen, it's cool. I think everybody should be able to get, and the company should be able to do what they want to do. Don't stop nobody from balling. Don't stop nobody from getting to it. If they want to make a watch that's accessible to everybody and it's only $300 to $500 to $700, cool. Let them rock out. Let them get to it. And so everybody was like, yeah, no gatekeeping. Everybody should have access to the finer things in life. I said, let the company do what they want to do. Let them make it. And then y'all was all gung-ho about it. And now you see that you're going to be paying $300 to $500 to $700 for what looked like a toy, and now you're disappointed. Now you disappointed. You don't want your swatch no more. That don't look like $300 to $500 to me. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I think that if you go, the demand for if they release it in limited quantities, then the demand for it, if you hold on to it, is going to go up, right? But if you're looking at it as something that I actually care about and I want to wear, for me, I'm straight. I'll just stick with my Apple Watch. You know what I'm saying? But for you, it may be something that you want to rock out with. I like actual physical, heavy. This is heavy. I like timepieces. I like all of that stuff. I'm not looking for, actually, if I want a watch that's similar to this, but is better quality, I'm going to go and get a Shinola. I like Shinola watches. I think Shinola watches is dope. They're absolutely awesome. I'd rather, buy a Shinola than buy this. But if y'all want to buy this, I think that's cool. I don't see it as a problem. Just don't start complaining about it. You're going to get what you thought that you was going to get. You're going to get you a little cute little toy, little neon toy. I'm sure all of the little baddies, this is what the things that you buy. Hey, baby girl, I bought you a little something. Look at this. Look at this they got this new AP watch, limited quantities. Oh my God, thank you. I didn't know that you was thinking about me. All right, there you go, baby girl. I think that this is a good opportunity to save some money. Get her an AP. She don't know nothing about timepieces anyway. You know what I'm saying? Get her an AP. She gonna be cool with that. I don't see what the problem is. Royal Pop.
Now, this is not the first collaboration we've seen from Swatch. In 2022, we saw the groundbreaking Moon Swatch collaboration. This is Omega and Swatch coming together and making effectively a one-to-one recreation in bioceramic of the classic Speedmaster Moonwatch. Just 1 year later, Swatch was added again, this time another Swatch Group brand, Blancpain, the Scuba 50. Again, nearly a one-to-one recreation.
It looks like a play watch. Looks like a play watch to me. And I think that's cool. Some people are saying, how about a Casio? I think that you should get whatever you like. I prefer Rolex and Apple Watch. I have a combination between Rolex's, Apple Watches, Omega, and a Patek. And Shinola. I got a Shinola. My first Shinola was actually gifted to me from the Pistons. It was a gift that they gave to me, and then I liked it, and I became addicted to it. And then I realized that it was a Detroit company, and they built the hotel downtown and all of that stuff. And so I like Shinola products. I think that they make great products. And so I like to go to the Shinola store. It's down here in Detroit. Maybe I'll vlog it for you guys one day.
Millimeters of the iconic dive watch. Now, the difference between the Moon Swatch and the Scuba 50 is the Moon Swatch utilized a quartz movement, battery powered, and the Scuba 50 utilized Swatch's System 51 movement, a hermetically sealed movement held together by a single screw. We've spent the last 3 years wondering, what would Swatch do next? Would it be the Seamaster? Would it be Hamilton? Could it be Tissot? And while all of those are exciting in their own way, I had personally heard in the past from some reputable sources that Swatch was looking outside the group for its next collaboration. It's quite possible that I also heard that AP might have been in the mix. Well, it was very hard for me to believe that at the time. Again, I heard this something like 2 or 3 years ago. But now the watch has finally arrived. And if you know anything about the parties involved...
Somebody said they're an Invicta guy. I don't really like Invictas. They look crazy. They like this. Invictus. I mean, and I think that you should like whatever you like, but the Invictus be like this on your hand. Like, hey man, what you rocking on there? You watching a Flavor Flav clock on your arm? I got this new Invicta. I got the new Invicta watch right here, bro. Like, why is it so big? Oh, I got it right here. Hold on. I got you. It'd be like, let me take this down. It'd be like, hey man, what kind of watch you got on your arm? Like, hey, bro, yeah, man, I got this new Invicta right here. It's crazy. Like, dog, it's a little big, ain't it? It's not measured for your arm, though. And I used to see him on them QVC commercials late at night. Like, oh my God, we have this new watch from Invicta, and it's 90% off. Like, how are they able to make a profit selling it at 90% off?
Shouldn't be.
I think that this is cool though. You got the New York Knicks colors. You can pull up to the New York Knicks game. Hey man, what time we gonna be there? You know, most of y'all kids can't tell time no more anyway.
Totally surprising. Now, AP's current CEO, Ilaria Resta, is the one collaborating with Nicholas Hayek Jr., CEO of the Swatch Group. But the former CEO of Audemars Piguet, Francois-Henri Benemias, was a well-known Swatch collector, admittedly owning over 1,000 Swatch watches before eventually purging that collection slightly. But it's hard to imagine that the two, Benemias and Hayek Jr., didn't come together at some point to discuss this collaboration and start the early phases of what this eventually became, the Royal Pop. So let's get into the details of that watch. So in total, we have 8 variations of the Royal Pop, and that number is significant. You might ask yourself, why 8? Well, I'll tell you why 8. Think about the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. It's octagonal bezel. And that's right, there are 8 variations playing off the notion of the 8-sided bezel on the AP Royal Oak, a classic design. So let's talk about what the colors are. We have a pink case with a cherry bezel and cherry crown. We have a white case and bezel and crown with a sort of pop art motif.
Oh, that's gonna be that's the gay one. All of the gay boys. Nah, it's not supposed to be gay. It's supposed to be something that's fun, you know, dope for the ladies, maybe for the kids and stuff like that. But this is the one that all of the sassy guys is gonna have. Everybody in Atlanta is getting this one. Anybody that's in Atlanta and San Francisco is getting this one. They getting a Hewitt Blank SSX03W100N. This is for the boy girls. Hey, this is for the people that need their pronouns. What's your pronouns? Hi, my name is. Can I cut your hair? Did y'all see that? The videos with the Sodom and Gomorrah edition. Oh. Oh. Y'all ain't never seen the did y'all? Okay, so for everybody that's in the anybody in the chat, have y'all ever seen the video where the people ask, can they cut your hair? It's like a super liberal barbershop.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And what are your pronouns? They, them. She, they. I'm glad we exchanged those. Yes. Okay. I'm glad that you came in today to give me the opportunity to talk about what it's like when we grow out our hair from a shaved head. Because that's what happened, right? You said that in your message. Yeah. So Do you have an end goal for how long you want your hair to be at all? Let's start there.
I mean, eventually I want my hair long enough to put it in Liberty spikes, but
This is the new wave right now. No, it's not AI. This is not AI. This has been happening for a long time. They have liberal hairdressers and barbershops where they ask them before, when they sit down in the chair, and they ask them and they say, hi, what are your pronouns? And they say they, them, and she say she, hi, she, them for me. Is it okay if I touch you? Is it okay if I approach you and put my hands on your hair? And do you give me autonomy to be able to cut your hair effectively? And they say, I do. Okay, great. What are your goals for your hair? I'm surprised y'all not used to this. Y'all not aware of this? This is a real thing. This is a real thing. Dean Murray says, AD, where you find this stuff? My brain just subconsciously stores things. It's like a limitless pill. It subconsciously store things that I scroll through sometimes. And then sometimes I'll see something, I'm like, this is stupid. And I keep going. And then at some point in the near future, 2 or 3 years later, I remember it and I say, y'all ain't never seen that with them. And then I go and find it and I go and pull it up. And so I'm able to remember certain things that come through. I just see stuff a lot of times and it just locks in my brain. And then sometimes I'm able to come back to it. This is a real thing. That's what that watch is for. That's what the watch is for. It's for that. She, hey, they, them die, what them name.
Colorful with the screws around the bezel and on the markers and hands and words on the dial. We have a contrasting green option. We have a
that's sick.
Lime green and light blue option. We have a navy and orange. We have a
everybody in New York gonna get the navy and orange.
Contrasting light and dark blue case in a different configuration, which I'll get into momentarily, where you'll notice there is a small.
This one matched the Lambo.
Subsidiary seconds dial at 6 o'clock. We have a black and white, almost monochromatic motif.
That's dope.
And we have a pink, yellow, and sort of turquoise option, which also utilizes the subsidiary seconds motif with the crown at 3 o'clock. So 8 royal pops, but not all 8 are the same. 6 are quite similar, and they're called the Lapine style pocket watch. This means these are time only, 2 hands, hour and minute, and the crown position at 12 o'clock.
A lot of people are going, because they're not looking at this now and saying, oh my God, I still want this. A lot of people now, either you're going to get it for clout, because most of the people that I see that say that they want this are actually women. Somebody said, is that a luggage tag? Yep. No, it's a pocket watch. It's a pocket watch. So a lot of people are, you know, interested in being a part of the crew. Gang, 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 gang. Right? Get your pocket watch on. Now it's a lot. Let me tell you what's really happening in the culture. And this is what I see people, because I seen this drop yesterday. A lot of people are disappointed because they don't feel like they're going to be able to lie to the house. The whole goal and why everybody was crashing out was because they was expecting to go to the chicks and say, hey, listen, got the AP on my wrist. And so the goal was to stunt. And I'm not trying to hate on you. Do whatever you got to do, but you got to stunt from the pocket watch. You don't think AD can handle what video? What video can't I handle this time?
The other 2 options are in a Savonette style pocket watch case with the crown at 3 o'clock. This is the version available in the pink, turquoise, and yellow configuration, as well as the contrasting light blue, darker blue configuration. Each of the watches come affixed to a calfskin lanyard with contrasting stitching. Now, anybody who saw the teasers of this watch might have thought it was going to be some sort of a rope lanyard, but of course they've gone a bit upscale here with the calfskin motif. Now, I mentioned earlier talk of the Moon Swatch using a quartz movement, the Blancpain Scuba 50 using a System 51 movement, and the Royal Pop continues the use of the System 51, but kind of elevates it and takes it to grand new heights. And that's because this is the first System 51 ever to utilize a hand-winding caliber.
I think it's cool. I think it's a good collab. I think that the reason why things don't seem as grand or as awesome is because people created all of these crazy expectations for no reason. And all y'all had to do was just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, don't buy it. It's 1,000 different watches and watchmakers. And I think you should, learn how to enjoy it. Let me get this guy's credit. His name is Teddy Baldassar. Teddy Baldassar. Teddy Baldassar. Shout out to Teddy Baldassar, giving him his proper credit for explaining and breaking this down for us. Make sure y'all hit a like for the owl. The owl go. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Is there anybody that's not a part of the Patreon that's in here? Get right. DJ94 says, yo, AD, one of the guys that took out Julio Folio avoided the death penalty and got sweat equity. Black people called it slavery and unfair. Yeah, I kind of seen a little bit of that. I'll talk about it. I'm going to get there. Give me a second. Chris Cunningham says, I missed the segment yesterday. What do you think? You missed the segment yesterday. What do you think? I think it's okay for anybody that want to buy it. I'm indifferent about it, to be honest with you. Eric Williams says, what's good, AD? Did you discuss the Boston and Las Vegas shootings yesterday with the two brothers subduing the suspect? I can talk about it today. Wesley Turner says, AD, you got to see the NDP videos where Canadian libs were complaining about everything in the political event Point of Privilege. Pure comedy. Send it to me. Mr. Lott said, what Future say? You recognize my women because they all got APs on? Yeah, man, we giving them to our baby mamas now. We giving them to our baby mamas now. All right, so before we get to Trump in China, Folio sentencing.
Want to stay as busy as possible, stay away from bad apples. I want to keep a job, get into programs, try to get into any vocational things I can do.
Oh man, he going to jail. He was a part of the murder crew. This dude going to jail. He was a part of the murder crew. Oh, this guy, he might already got chose. They might have been watching this on TV and say, hey man, I got dibs on light skin. Y'all wild in the chat. Y'all wild in the chat. I got dibs on light skin. That's my girlfriend. Ain't that what the Golden Girls theme used to be? Hold on, let me see. Golden Girls theme. I'm gonna have to put this as one of my thank you for being a friend. Oh, I'm thinking about Golden Girls. Let's see. Girlfriends theme song. My girlfriend, there for anything. My girlfriend. That's what they sing. Yo, she's so bad. All of these chicks was bad. They all was bad. Yo, man, give me my 90s chicks back, bro. Give me my 90s chicks back, man. I only want 90s inspired women. That's all I want. I don't want. This is when I fell in love with Tracy Ellis Ross. I said, oh my God. What? Tracy? Not Tracy.
Hello.
Hey, I'm on a live stream. I got a quiz question for you.
Oh Jesus.
It's a regular quiz question.
Okay.
Back when we was saying on okay, we used to watch a show. And there was a girl on TV that I was like, yo, she bad as hell. Do you know who it is? Without me giving you further.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
I said, I need that.
Yeah, that was your show.
How did you able to say it so fast?
Because that's the only person who you ever really talk about on TV.
I said, I gotta have that. Bye.
You used to be singing the song.
I'm not doing that. I'm hanging up on you. Bye. Yo, I used to see Tracy Ellis Ross, and I was like, I said, who is that? Now, the other girls that was on the show, I was like, yeah, them is definitely honorable mentions. But dog, I walked past the TV one day, and I said, what the who is that? Who's big ass over there? I said, man, I like big ass. I know she is so fun. She's super liberal, but you know them earthy liberal chicks. You know they the most fun. Some strong, independent, earthy chicks that don't ever want no man. Ain't never been married. They super toxic and they go from man to man. Them the best fun. Her, Holly, all of the baddest chicks in Hollywood was probably the biggest fun, bro. I might interview her. I might have to book her for an interview. My girl. I might have to interview her just for old time's sake. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. Oh, what was we talking about? Oh, sentencing. Oh, yeah. That's what they're going to be saying to him inside of the prison. My girlfriends. We got to stay away from crime. We can't be out here doing crime, y'all. Don't you realize that you're going to be in there trying to save your butt, literally? Rebuke crime. Listen, rebuke prison, rebuke anything that could lead to prison. I put a bind on prison. I put a bind on prison, and I'm so serious. In Jesus' name. I bind you, and I throw you away. I don't want to go visit nobody in prison. I don't want to have fun. I don't want to see y'all doing marathon streams and none of that, bro. Forget that. I bind prison in Jesus' name. He said, where two or three are gathered, that's where he is in the midst of thee. Of all of the things that I could think of, prison would be at the top of my list of things that I'm unwilling to go. I'm not going. I'm not going, bro.
To try to, keep my record clean, to, go to the best incentivized things and have visits with my family. And, I just want to just stay out the way, I just want to make everything, peaceful as can be.
So even knowing that you're not getting out of prison, you want to make the best of your stay there?
Of course.
I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. How do y'all do it? How? Because I know that y'all said, yeah, he avoided the death penalty, and I got to read these cash apps too. But yo, he's never getting out of prison. I could even deal with it if you say, all right, you got a year. That means that I'm going to get out in 6-7 months. If you say you got 2 years, you know what? That's a little tough, but I know I can get out in a little over a year. I got 3 years, you know, but I'm going to still see outside, and technology not going to evolve fast enough for me to not be able to catch up and catch my wings up, catch my wind up under me. I can't come out. After this trial, we'll never see this person again in life. He's going to die in prison. That is insane. Oh my God. I can't, bro. How do y'all just willingly go out here and commit crimes that's going to get you life? You're going to be in there forever. You're never getting out. And you're a young man. You in your 20s, in your teens. You're never getting out. I can't, bro. I'm not built like that. Some of y'all the toughest dudes on the face. For the dudes that's out here committing crimes and is willing to do life, you a strong dude. You him. You him. You him. You what up? Cause y'all built different. I ain't never gonna get outside and see the outside world. Time stops for me. You mean I gotta spend 60, 70 years locked up with all hard legs? They could just take me out. I don't even want. Give me the death penalty, and I don't want to, and I'm not gonna appeal. If I have to go to prison for the rest of my life, take me out, and I promise you I won't appeal. Let's get this thing done in less than 6 months. I'll say my goodbyes, send a prayer up. God bless you. I'm out. Take me out, bro. I ain't even gonna waste my time, bro. I'm not talking. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing it, bro. Let me get right with my maker. Let me ask God for forgiveness. Make sure I'm saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, atone for my decisions, and take me. Let me out of here, bro. Take me out. I don't want to do life. Take me out. I ain't going. Holla at y'all. See y'all later. Don't even let me get down to the compound. I'm straight. I don't want no parts of it, bro. It ain't no point in living at that point. What's the point? And then I heard, hold on, it was another sentencing part where the judge was talking about hard labor and the aging workforce in the prison system. I said, what? Where is it at? I might have to pull it up on
And based on Mr. Gathwright's age, physical abilities, things like that, do you think that the prison would benefit from him in a work capacity if he were sentenced to life without parole?
I say yes, with my experience, not only just in classification, but as former warden and even as a jail administrator. He's someone that's young, he's healthy. In reality, we need that labor, we need that sweat equity, and we will put him out there to work because we do have an aging prison population, jail administration. We have that. So we put these young individuals to work and get some sweat equity out of them since they are young and actually can do the work.
And I know we talk about life without parole and death row, but for our jurors' education in Florida, what does a life sentence without parole mean?
Sentence means from the minute they're brought in, they're assigned an inmate number. He will be assigned an inmate number, and when he dies and leaves in a body bag, he will still have that inmate number. An inmate serving life will never, ever get out. There is no parole in the state of Florida, and they're not ever allowed outside the razor wire and the fence of a secure facility.
It was that.
Now do you see it my way? Now when I say you want your respect or you want to go home? You want to be a real N-word or you want to be a lame? That's what I'm asking. Here's my question. Do you want your respect or do you want to go home? Do you want to be a real N-word or you want to be a lame? Or you want to be a lame? I'm picking lame all day. I picked lame. The minute that I realized that I could make it out the hood, I said, lame me up. Lame me up. Because you know what happens with lames? They free, they get boxed, they get married, they have a good time, they go to Patreon meetups, they run up a bag, they get Lambos. Sign me up for the lame life. I sign up for lame life, boss. Oh man, you ain't no real one. You ain't never, you right. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I can't do that. I can't go down that path with y'all. But man, we got to ride on them. Or what you gonna do, man? They stepped on your shoe. Go get some new shoes or wipe them off when I get home. I don't know, but I want to go home. I want to go home, bro. Because this is not a self-defense situation. This is ego. And so you know what? You got it. You got it. You good. I'm good, man. Listen, I know you tough. I know you ready to shoot them up, bang, bang, let them hang, all of that stuff. I'm good. I'm out. Let me out. I'm good. I'm out. I don't want no problems with this. This is dumb. This is dumb. This is the dumbest thing. You can't pay me to go and kill somebody. You gonna pay me to go kill somebody? You do it. You do it. You ain't got enough money to pay me to go and kill somebody. So many real ones inside of jail. So many thugs inside of the prison system. They said, did you hear what they said? They said, listen, we got an aging population and we going to work him till he die. And you're going to work for free. And you're not going to have no women. And you don't have no sunlight. And you don't get any kind of reprieve. Nothing. You are there for the rest of your life doing hard labor in Florida. Heck no. Man, get me up out of there. And then you got black people still claiming racism. And he killed somebody. My whole heart would just drop into my butt. My whole stomach just fall up out of me. All right, I'm done. Because it ain't no point in working out. It ain't no point in being fresh. It ain't no point in getting no lineups. It ain't no point in brushing your teeth. It ain't no point in putting on deodorant no more. It ain't no point in looking forward to waking up in the morning. Every day is just death and dying and prison and work and no rewards and nothing. No box, no head, no chicks, no nothing, no spit, no rejection, no nothing. You just there. Nah, pretty women are. That's why I'm just so appreciative of women. You know how soft they are. You know how much they smell so good. Oh my God, baby, I love you. What? Nah, dog. Nah. Nah, you on your own on that one, big dog. What y'all about to do? Y'all about to ride out? Okay. I'll see y'all later. Hey, don't tell them you ever seen me, talk to me, never knew me. I don't even want to testify on your trial. I don't want nothing to do with nothing you got going on. I'm out. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Y'all tough. Y'all the toughest, thuggingest, toughest dudes I ever seen in my entire life. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm confused about it. Y'all some wild boys. Shout out to Mike that dude. I appreciate you, Mike that dude, for holding me down. Thank you for supporting the platform. Spencer Campbell also says, good morning, AD in the Bag Chaser. Shout out to my dog, Spencer Campbell. Rand Wilson says Tracy Ellis Ross or Erykah Badu. That's the easiest thing ever. Tracy Ellis Ross. I would never, ever, ever try to be laying down with a witch. People that I wouldn't even want that type of energy. I don't even think I can get it up for that. Like, hey, coach, you put me in here with a demon. And I know y'all like to knock it down. Erykah Badu for the win. I'm straight. Give me Fun Girl Ross all day long. Tracy Ellis Ross, bro, Michael Jackson made a whole song about her mama. You know she a fun time. You can't beat inherited fun. Shout out to Get Right DJ. I appreciate you. Eric Williams says, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Super Chat's Got Me Broke says, are you covering Trump's arrival in China? Yep, I'll do it in a second. Con Man says, AD, admit it, you got a thing for earthy girls, man. I'm dying laughing. I like that show too, low key. Loving the show. I got a thing for all. I appreciate all. I think all types of women are beautiful. Earthy, conservative, liberal, dumb, smart, light, dark, white, black, Asian, Hispanic. I think that women are beautiful. Of all of the things that God made beautiful on this earth, watches, cars, gold, cathedrals, a woman's body is like, it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. I don't know how, I can't figure out for the life of me why dudes love men. Why men would prefer a man when you can have a woman. Literally, it's an insert right there that you could just go right in. You just go right in it. I can't figure out for the life of me why a man will ever want to be around another man that likes him sexually. That is insane to me. That sounds like death. That sounds like demon culture. Women are, as much as we hold y'all accountable, y'all are the most awesome creatures that has ever been created outside of us. Real talk. I'm keeping it honest with you. Look, I was, let me tell you how beautiful y'all are. I was working vigilantly on my computer, right? And you know how guys can get when they oh man, you in the way or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And kissing on my neck and stuff like that. And was trying to sit on my lap and stuff. And I was like, hold on. And then I had to catch myself. And I was like, wait, hold on for a second. Come here for a minute. Come here. Just sit on my lap for a minute. Oh my God. Look how fun you are. I had to catch myself and say, hold on, give me a second. This work ain't going nowhere. Let me live in the moment for a second. Man, women are gorgeous. People be mad at them all the time, 100%. Man, we got to get over that. We got to go. No, don't scare them. Don't scare them away. They don't like it when you scare them. Man, it's just a different thing. They just so awesome. AR is back, says he was man enough to take a life. Now he got a lifetime. Oh man, that's not good. Mr. Lott says, hey, Doe, let me out. Hey, Doe, let me out, B. Facts. Long way ENT says 80, the laws can change and you may have a chance to get out one day. Don't let them hit you with the needle, man. I'm out. No, don't even hit me with the just do the firing squad. I take firing squad. If I had to be locked up for life, give me the firing squad, B. Hey, champ, firing squad. Can somebody make sure that they hit me directly in the head? I don't want no needles. You ain't got an electric. Just give me the firing squad. Just take me out right then and there. Hey, can we go out back and go ahead and fix this right now? I ain't about to be sitting there wasting no time. Just take me out, bro. Don't Want Lose says people need to listen to what your life like by Beans. Oh, you remember that where he was talking about being locked up? Being a slave in 2026 is wild, says Eric Harris. Facts. Steel City Muscle says jail is for the birds. Been there, done that. Nope, never again. And the jail is only 10% tough guys. The rest are normal bounce and check office workers, retail thieves, and junkies. It's not what you see on TV. That's real. That's some real stuff right there. Daddy in the Cat, shout out to you, Steel City. Daddy in the Caddy says, no females ever, just bussy or napkins? Oh, man. Shrieks, what up, Shrieks? Says, hey, AD. I appreciate the content. You say things I wish I could say, but I'm restricted by securing my bag here in corporate America. I speak for the real ones. I speak for the ones that's in corporate that's going to get it. Shout out to the teachers, truck drivers, clergy, prayer warriors, stay-at-home moms, daycare workers. Shout out to my plant people. Shout out to my Amazon workers, my post office workers. Shout out to everybody in corporate America, finance bros. Shout out to my banking bros. Shout out to everybody that's watching me on lunch break. Shout out to the people that's on vacation right now. Shout out to the stay-at-home moms. Shout out to everybody that tune in every single day, whether you on a night show, you don't on a Millionaire Morning Show, or you watching the Anton Daniels channel. And especially a shout out to the bag chasers. Make sure y'all not only tap into the Patreon, but tap into the Discord. Link to the Discord is in the description of any of the most recent video. Shout out to my military members. Shout out to the Navy, the Army, the Air Force. Shout out to everybody that serves this country. Shout out to my police officers, my government workers. Shout out to everybody that's going to get it. I appreciate y'all. Real talk. I really do. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. All right. You on your lunch break? All right. Well, let's get to it. They say Trump is in China.
Going to open at an all-time high. Part of that is because he is on the trip. The president arriving in Beijing more than an hour ago ahead of his summit with President Xi. Our Eamon Jeffers is in the Chinese capital with the latest. Evening, Eamon.
Yeah, good evening to you, Carl. We did see Jensen Huang and Elon Musk getting off of Air Force One along with the president. There's a long list, as Sarah was just saying, there's a long list of other CEOs who will be attending this, including, as the president posted on social media, Tim Apple of Apple, and a whole list of others, the CEO of Goldman Sachs and other.
Who is Tim Apple? Tim Cook?
Influential CEOs all traveling. We presume they're all traveling on their own airplanes. You know, the invitations for this, has been a lot made here of just sort of the protocol and the nuance of who got invited and when they got invited and who got on the plane. What we know is that there were 2 CEOs and only 2 CEOs on Air Force One. The others were taking their own flights to Beijing. I talked to a number of folks who are very familiar with the CEO's schedules late last week, and I was told that none of the CEOs had been invited as of late last week, or not very many of them. So invitations for this trip went out very late from the White House's side.
Tim Cook is still with Apple. When Tim Cook steps down, a lot of y'all don't understand this. When Jeff Bezos no longer was a CEO of Apple, he became a board member. Tim Cook is still going to be a board member. And as a matter of fact, Tim Cook also has a huge amount of stock and equity in Apple. And so he is still a board member. He's still going to be a part of the board. He's still going to give them direction. He's still going to oversee certain things. And so he is still a part of Apple. I don't know what y'all talking about. When Jeff Bezos stepped down from Amazon, he is still a board member. He still has significant equity in what happens over at Amazon. He has incredible voting power. So I don't know what y'all talking about. These people are still tied to these companies. 100% they are.
I was told that CEOs had their airplanes gassed and ready to go. If they were invited, they were prepared to jump on planes and go, and they had kept holes in their schedule, a lot of them who thought that they might be on the list, waiting for the White House to confirm whether or not they had been invited. So there was some degree of anticipation that there would be a flurry of last-minute invitations, and that seems to be what happened. I've never seen, though, anybody picked up, I don't think, by Air Force One on a stopover in Alaska for refueling, as we saw with Jensen Huang. So clearly, Jensen making that last-ditch effort to get on Air Force One itself, to be in that arrival videos we just saw with the president. The president is here on the ground in Beijing now. He's gone to his overnight. Remember, we're 12 hours away from you guys, so it is late at night here, and we will see the sort of important ceremonial pieces of this all happen tomorrow. So the president's first hand.
Yo, that's some real stuff, bro. Hey, listen, I'm about to bring my army of CEOs and business negotiators. You've never seen this from a president before. Do you know what makes a great leader? What makes a great leader is a person that surrounds himself with other great people, with the right people to get the job done, right? You don't bring just some basic regular, you don't bring Kamala Harris to China. You know what you bring? You bring the biggest business leaders in the world over to a country to where you're going to negotiate and have conversations and build relationships and hopefully do things that also benefit the United States of America. You bring the richest people in the world with you. You bring the world's leaders. The real world's leaders are the ones that run the biggest companies. Trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in companies and people that are running these companies are over in China on the behalf of Trump. This is dope. This is incredible. You've never seen this before. I was looking at the lady that kind of oversees Trump's schedule and stuff in the White House. And they say that Trump is relentless. They say he works all the time. They say he very rarely sleeps. They say he always on. They said they have to have multiple shifts for Trump. And so this person is going to take his, be working through stuff. And then this person, then they're going to do a different shift. You know what the biggest problem is? It's a benefit and a curse is that Trump is so visible, way more visible than we've ever seen any president before him. We've never seen a president this visible, this accessible, this transparent, this president that basically allows for cameras to cover him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even the cameras that he don't necessarily like from the companies he don't really enjoy. You've never seen this before, ever. And so he's over there armed with the right people. And I trust, again, that this president is going to do what's best for the American people. Always. Always. And that's why I'm saying, like when y'all say, oh man, Trump made this decision. Oh man, Trump made that decision. If you don't think that he has some of the greatest people around him advising him on all matters, whether it's national security or war or technological advances or AI or chip manufacturing or investments in the U.S. or oil and gas or whatever, if you think he's just winging it every day, you're crazy. He has always been surrounded by and armed with the best people around him. Now, you may think that he's unhinged because he markets himself and he makes himself available and he may be typing stuff on social media, but he is surrounded by the most brilliant people that you have on the face of the planet. That's another reason why I trust that things are going to always make sense for us, because there's too much of a, as much as we think, because a lot of us think that the world revolve around us, right? So we say, oh my God, jobs or this and that or whatever, right? As much as we think that we are the main character on earth, there are people that have billions, if not trillions, riding on the line of what is happening every day inside of America. And so even if you're not going to do what's best for me, I know you're going to do what's best for him, and I'm aligned with what he got going on because I'm invested in what he invested in. There are people that have billions, if not trillions of dollars on the line every day when it comes to what's happening in this country. So I'm taking myself out of it, right? Take yourself out of it for a second and ask yourself, why would these people whose schedules is locked down 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they operate on a very, very strict timeline and schedule, already planned out from 6 and 8 months ahead of time? Why are these people on this trip?
handshake with Xi Jinping will happen tomorrow. What we saw tonight was just sort of a greeting at the airport so the president could step onto Chinese soil and then head right to his hotel for his overnight, guys.
I mean, market's excited about it, Eamon. So many research notes this morning cited the fact that Jensen Huang came as a late ad. NVIDIA's shares are up here in the pre-market. Any expectations about what sort of announcement? Obviously, with NVIDIA, it's the H200 chips and the whole complication there. But with all of these CEOs, and when it comes to deals, it's not like other countries, right? Where the other countries like South Korea and Japan have announced massive investments in the United States and more cohesion between U.S. and their companies. It's more complicated with China with the security angle.
And I don't want to see Chinese cars over here ever. I never want to see Chinese cars come to the United States of America. If y'all want Chinese cars, first of all, they can't sell them over here for security purposes. And secondly, y'all going to pay 100% tariff.
It's a lot more complicated with the security angle. From where I stand here, Sarah, this is just speculation on my part, but it does not feel like you should necessarily equate the invitation, the last minute invitation and the last minute arrival of Jensen Huang on this trip with something specific for NVIDIA that's going to be announced at the end of the week. We could be wrong. We haven't heard any footsteps of that in the preparations in the run up to this trip. So maybe something has changed behind the scenes, but we haven't been given any sort of telegraph of anything like that. So it could just be a protocol thing and a last minute invitation thing. We'll see, though. I mean, at the end of these trips, they do tend to announce the deliverables. And I know a lot of industries, particularly Boeing, in the aircraft sector, the soybeans folks are very much looking forward to an announcement. They hope to see, millions of tons of soybeans added to the Chinese purchase list this week. So a lot of industries are looking for specific deliverables. We haven't heard anything about anything in particular for NVIDIA. That could always change. But if you're a market participant, I guess that invitation, that dramatic Alaska arrival gives you something to trade on.
Mm-hmm. Well, certainly when it is a $50 billion opportunity in Jensen's terms, Street's going to pay some close attention to what might.
So it should be interesting. I've been paying attention. It's really not been any real new news when it comes to the national political scale, international political scale. I've been paying attention. I think that local politics have been more important to the conversations that we've had on a Millionaire Morning Show. We got a stock club coming up this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. And I don't think that anything is more important right now than this trip over to China. And anytime that we're engaging with the Chinese, it seems like it's more focused on business deals than it is about anything with regard to national security or anything like that. Everything, it seems like, is business. Business. Stock club this weekend. Let me read some of these super chats to see what's going on. Yes, I covered it. Super chats got me broke. That's what's up. Composure says, what up, though? Hey, Composure. Hey, I love you, bro. I love you, big dog. Thank you for supporting the platform. Thank you for holding me down. Thank you for adding value into what we do over here. Thank you, Composure. Thanks, big dog. Wesley Turner says Trump has SEAL Team 6 a business with him. That's a fact. Manny Plays PC says, reminds me of the Charleston White interview you did when he said he almost passed out after thinking he was going to do 3 months. Super Chat's got me broke. Says earthy white birds with skirts got the biggest and best box. AD, trust me. Earthy white birds? Really? Think so? Just a brown girl in America. What's up, baby? Says have an awesome day, Anton. What up, just a brown girl in America? You know what I was looking at? I think I was looking at your profile, and was that you? I was looking at you performing and singing, and on your Instagram profile, I was looking at you performing and all of that other type of stuff, and I said, just a brown girl in America is kind of earthy. I said, just a brown girl in America might be kind of earthy. I said she might be kind of earthy. Look, they always want to change it. No, AD, it's spiritual. See, y'all don't think I'll be browsing. I'll be going through my social media trying to understand more. I said, let me go and check her out real quick. I said, let me go and check out my little earthy spiritual girl real quick. Let me see what she got going on. She was on the stage singing. I said, that's my little earthy girl. Yeah. Don't be asking her where she lives so y'all can go and check it out. Y'all want to go see for yourselves. Nah. That's my earth. That's my earth right there. That's my earth. Say Anton see everything. I try to. I got a text message the other day. She said, "Hey AD." From somebody. They said, "Hey AD." I said, "Where you been at? Don't be saying hey to me. Don't say hey to me unless you're trying to hey." Oh man, let me see what's happening in these streets, man. Don't talk to my earth. Leave my earth alone. Where do I want to go next? It's so much to talk about. I want to talk about business, to be honest with you. Like, I could talk about capital murder cases. The defendants is going missing in the capital murder cases. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about one of those.
Decide to look at another capital murder defendants free from jail on bond. Out of 37 of these.
Where you been at, Billy Ray? Where you been at? Where you been at, girl? Hey, Billy Ray, DM me. Send me a message. Yeah, I talked about the Julio Fulio case. DM me, Billy Ray. She kind of stacked. I see you, baby girl.
Defendants free on bond since 2018. We found 2 are now wanted and on the run. Our Fox 26's Randy Wallace is joining us now with his latest in his Breaking Bond series. That's concerning, Randy.
Oh, yeah, Caroline. Now, Felipe Ortuno, he was out on bond from August 2020 for capital murder, aggravated kidnapping, aggravated sexual assault of a child, injury to a child. His bond was like $250,000 total. And
Hold on. Give me a second.
Now, Felipe Ortuno, he was out on bond from August 2020 for capital murder, aggravated kidnapping.
Wait. Before we even get to any of these other charges, how do you get out on bond for capital murder? How do you get out on bond for capital murder? How? Who are these judges? I'm just genuinely curious. How do you get a bond for capital murder and you think somebody is going to come back to court? What is wrong with y'all? It's capital murder. That means that they went out and they killed somebody. These people are smoking crack, bro. So you capture them and then you let them back on the street after you suspect that they're a killer and they a kidnapper? It sounds dumb.
Being aggravated sexual assault of a child injured with
aggravated sexual assault to a child.
His bond was like $250,000 total. In 2024, the DA's office asked the judge, Melissa Morris, the 263rd, to revoke his bond. Why? Well, according to court records, he had numerous bond violations. The man had gone to Vegas, was using drugs and drinking, plus he picked up 2 new criminal charges out of Fort Bend County. Well, Judge Morris said no, he can stay out on bond.
Yo, we gotta start. Honestly, I think one of the biggest problems in our culture and in our society today is our judges. He out on bond for everything that you can think of that's bad under the sun. These judges, these liberal judges, is crazy, bro. They're crazy. This is insane. The dude traveling, he going to Vegas, he having a good time. He out on a capital murder bond. Who are these judges? Yo, honestly, we have a judge problem in the United States.
Out on bond. Then, in March of last year, he appeared in court, and it was quite the surprise. Take a look. March 18th of last year, he appears in court in Harris County. He's wanted in Fort Bend County for bond forfeiture, but nobody does anything.
I mean, that takes a lot of chutzpah to actually walk into a courtroom in Harris County, March of 25.
Anybody that get their eyelids tattooed, you different, bro. You different.
Knowing full well you're wanted for bond forfeiture in Fort Bend County, and obviously nobody does anything because he walks out of the courtroom, and that's the last time anyone's ever seen him.
Yeah. That's why I'm not even remotely scared of like I just be running, I just go past the red lights. Like I actually stop at the red light and then I just go, like it's almost like it's a flashing red. I look at all red lights as a flashing red light. Even if I see the police, I don't even be tripping. I still be going. And they never stop me for whatever reason. They don't stop me. Because I be thinking to myself, these people is out on bond for capital murder. I know y'all not going to bother me. I know you're not going to stop me. I know you're not going to make no difficult time for me. He got capital murder and he walking out of court after he messed up his bond. I ain't even tripping. I'm good.
Yeah, a couple months after that, he doesn't go back to court in Harris County, and now he's a wanted fugitive.
Ever since May 2025, he's been a wanted fugitive, not in one county, but 2 counties.
Well, Randy, you also took a look at another defendant who pled guilty before he also ran away.
Right. Ja'Cory Randolph. Now, he was one of 3 10s in 2018.
Somebody said you're going to get hit, AD. Why would I get hit? I look both ways and then I go.
Was charged with capital murder and the death of a 15-year-old. Now, back in 2023, he pled guilty to a lesser charge of aggravated robbery. Judge Chris Morton, the 230th judge, he allowed Randolph to stay out on bond before he was to come back to be sentenced. Well, as you can imagine, he didn't go back.
He pleads guilty, and yet he is still allowed to remain on bond. So he walks out of the courtroom a guilty man, but not sentenced.
Does that make sense to you?
No, none of this does. And we've done this several other cases like that, where you plead guilty to murder, you plead guilty to violent offenses while out on bond, and they await this report to determine what you're going to be sentenced to.
We have a broken system. Our justice system is broken, and not from the lens of, oh man, they persecuting people. We have become so lenient, so woke, that our justice system is broken to the point to where criminals are pleading guilty and waiting to be sentenced, and then they walk out. Hey, Judge, hey, I'll be back. Let me know what you plan on giving me, and I'll come back. I'll probably holler at you in like a month. I got some loose ends to tie up. I got loose ends to tie up, Judge. Why you busting my balls? Chill, bro. Chill. I'm on it. We gonna get it together. We chilling. We gonna take care of business. Now, I bet you the LA governor don't sound so. All of them sound crazy. All of them sound crazy. Our criminal justice system is broken. If people can just walk out and they facing capital murder, whatever, right? If they're able to get back out on the street, that's crazy to me.
In the San Fernando Valley, a stunning death of a young NBA player is now under investigation.
TMZ reporting that Memphis Grizzlies forward 29-year-old Brandon Clark died yesterday, possibly from a drug overdose. KTLA5's Jillian Smuckler joins us live with more on this breaking story. Jillian.
Hi, guys. Yeah, we are in Woodland Hills, and neighbors here tell me this street was lined with police cars for several hours yesterday after you just mentioned it. Brandon Clark reportedly found dead inside this home behind me. And even today, there is still some activity happening. I'm going to step out of the way so you can get a better idea of what exactly is taking place. You can see that Lamborghini parked in the driveway here with that Tennessee license plate. That's been in the driveway all afternoon. And just within the last hour, we actually watched a notary arrive at the property as investigators continue piecing together exactly what happened here. Now, today, shock continues pouring in across the NBA after the Memphis Grizzlies forward died at just 29 years old.
Dumb. Hey, what happened to regular stuff? You know, women. Dr. Dre told you all about the chronic. Maybe you get a little Hennessy or something like that. You know, the basics. The basics. I told you all about that Fenty. This ain't nothing but Fenty. This is nothing but Fenty. You're not even safe buying regular trees on the street no more. You're not safe. I told y'all about that Fenty is laced in everything. It's in y'all heroin. It's in y'all pills. Yep. Y'all didn't know that. They stepping on y'all pills with Fenty. You an NBA player. What you doing? What you doing? So y'all can't get a drink? Y'all can't go get no regular drink no more? Like y'all don't do regular stuff. Now y'all got to do all of this ulterior stuff. Man, this is crazy, bro. Tavi, you said they ain't safe buying trees. Not on the street. Not on the street. You're not safe on the street. Nope. Instead of just going, and most places, to be honest with you, because if y'all gonna be I see all of these NBA players, right? And I'm gonna keep it 100. The NBA, they're not even hard on drug use no more. Nobody gets suspended unless you're using PEDs, unless you did the Paul George and you came back and you start dunking on people because you was on gear. You had that gear. Unless you on some kind of PEDs, the NBA ain't even tripping about it no more. The NBA just be letting anybody do anything. All of these dudes, even the retired athletes. Hey, shout out to Melo. I think that he has a phenomenal podcast, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. And I watch Melo and Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter, and I watched them on the NBA joint when they reviewing the playoffs. Dog, Melo lips is so black. I don't even know what Melo smoke. Melo got to be smoking that good all day long. And he has to be, he got to be rolling his up in that bad cigar paper or something like that. Because Melo lips is so black. A lot of these NBA players' lips is so black. Former NBA players' lips is so black. It's a lot of them. they lips is purple. They got the purple lips. He's still smoking. He's still doing swishers. He gotta be. He gotta be. He got to be doing the swishers and all. Probably throwing a black and mild on top of that joint too, bro. Because they lips be black. The backwoods. Y'all still using backwoods? Shh. Well, that's the new thing. Everybody doing coke again. I have heard about that. Super Chats got me broke. I heard that the streets is saying that everybody is on coke. I was talking to my homegirl, and she does testing for jobs. Like she does testing for when people get hired in the plants and stuff like that. She said everybody on coke now. She said that's what the new play is. It's not just pills. It's lean. Lean is a rich man's. That's a rapper's drug because the lean costs too much. To get the promethazine and codeine and with the cough syrup or whatever, they say that costs too much. The pints for that cost too much. So now a lot of people are resorting back to coke. But here's the problem with the coke is that it's not pure and it's stepped on and it's got that Fenty in it. And so I heard that all of the girls and all of the guys, they back to doing coke again. And shrooms. I don't know nothing about shrooms. I don't know. You can't step on shrooms because shrooms is literally a plant. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like the process and stuff, I heard that all of the girls and all of the guys, a lot of them in the streets is on coke. That they all doing coke. That they do it before everything. Seriously, that's what I heard. I heard that everybody in the streets, black people, white people, they all on coke.
Law enforcement sources tell TMZ that Brandon Clark was found dead Monday evening inside a San Fernando Valley home. Now, investigators say drug paraphernalia was found at the scene. And while the official cause of death has not been determined, the case is reportedly being investigated as a possible overdose. His death comes just weeks after Clark was arrested in Arkansas on charges including possession and trafficking of a controlled substance following an alleged high-speed chase. Now, Clark, he spent his entire 7-year NBA career with Memphis after being drafted in 2019. Known for his energy on the court and his personality off of it, he averaged just over 10 points and 5 rebounds across more than 300 career games and also earned NBA All-Rookie honors in 2020. Now, Brandon's agency, Priority Sports, they released a statement on his passing saying, quote, "We are all beyond devastated by the passing of Brandon Clark. He was so loved by all of us here and everyone whose life he touched."
Where was he at? He was in LA, right? He plays for Memphis, but he was out in LA. So a lot of these NBA players, they go out to LA or Atlanta or Miami after the season is over.
He was the gentlest soul who was the first to be there.
Gosh, the dude wasn't even 30. He was born in 96. He hadn't even turned 30 yet, bro.
For all of his friends and his family, end quote. And tonight, the LA County coroner is expected to conduct an autopsy to determine exactly how Clark died. But again, just 29 years old. A lot of questions remain this hour. But coming up in our next hour, you're actually going to hear from a reporter who covered Clark both in his college and NBA career. And we'll have more on his life and his legacy coming up at 4 o'clock. But for now,
that's so sad. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. It just ain't safe no more. Ain't nothing safe in the streets. And so I don't know why y'all so gung-ho about copping and stuff like that. That's crazy, bro. Shout out to Composure 8 says, respect, hey, man, respect to you back, bro. I love you, bro. Thank you, my friend. What up to my girl, Billy Ray Valentine? Hold on, let me see what's happening. Let me see. I don't think I got no DMs within the last I don't see nothing popping within the last hour. It's a little dry. DMs is dry. My junk is dry right now within the last hour. I don't see nothing. Let's see who this is. Who is this? Y'all so pretty. Let me get up off of this before I get myself in trouble. What's up to my girl Billy Ray Valentine? An asteroid might hit Earth while you in there, says JC. What up, JC? Wesley Turner says the president of El Salvador had to get rid of the liberal judges from office in his country in order to get the 60,000 gang members off the street. AR is back, says Shampoo is the only black. Y'all gonna see Shampoo tonight on the Q show. Come tap in. And who I know brags about coke. I do hear about shrooms though. Prometheus says Alonzo Mourning stepped up and created a senior community for his people. Low cost gift for seniors. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for hitting me off. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. I wanted to share this. I got you. I'm gonna set it up for tomorrow, Eric D.
This morning, the burger brawl is heating up
The most McDonald's burger yet.
as fast food chains supercharge their value menus to win over cautious customers facing pain at the pump.
I put up my tank $85. That's ridiculous.
Despite uncertainty from the war, McDonald's this week reporting sales grew nearly 4% in the U.S. from a year earlier.
I was looking at DoorDash's report, and you know DoorDash had record users and record profits more than any other time in its history on its recent report. Check my other DM folders. What's my other DM folders? I don't know what my other DM. I'll check it in a minute. I got you. But I was saying that DoorDash had record profits. Record profits. Check this out. Y'all keep telling me how everybody is struggling and nobody is making money and everybody is tapped out. And this is what I'm looking at, right? DoorDash reported strong financial growth in the first quarter of 2026, with revenue increasing. No, check it out. 33% year over year to $4 billion in the first quarter of 2026. Total orders increased 27% year over year. %. Growth, key takeaways. The company cited high consumer demand and record membership signups. It's insane. It's insane. So if you're going to sit here and tell me that, oh man, the cost is going up, why is DoorDash growing 33%? Again, why is DoorDash growing 33%? I drive by the McDonald's. It don't matter what time of the day it is. It don't matter if it's late at night. It don't matter if I'm coming into work. It don't matter what time of the day is. People got the drive. They got both lanes of McDonald's locked down. I don't even eat McDonald's. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not that I'm against fast food. I just never had a thing for McDonald's. So McDonald's has never been my thing. But I see it locked down there, man. McDonald's drive-through parking lot be booming. It be every time I come downtown and I drive by, the McDonald's parking lot be booming.
Better than expected success, with the company's CEO saying McDonald's is not going to get beat on value, touting its growing list of items for under $3 and $4.
Hey, remember when it used to be able to be a dollar millionaire? Days is long gone. And y'all still in there. Y'all still popping off. You still pulling up to Mickey D's. Got to get me a McNugget, a McDeal, a McFish, a McValue meal, a McEverything. So if it's such a recession, why y'all not cooking? If it's a recession, right? Because I've always known that in order for you to be able to make sure when everything starts going bad, you start paring down. So you start going to the grocery store, you go and get you some vegetables, and you work your rights. And every place that I've ever been to, whether it's a corporate America or you go into the grocery store, you work your rights, right? That means you come into the door and you just start going right. And so you start going through the vegetables, and then you start going through the little bread aisle, and then you're supposed to skip over the wine and the beer. Skip over that. That's when you start to get your meats. You know what I'm saying? You get your chicken breast. You get all of that good stuff, right? You get your lettuce. Some people like iceberg. Other people not so much. Go get your spinach, your tomatoes. Strawberries is usually there inside of the package. Your blueberries, the bananas is right there. Super cheap. Everything is super cheap. Skip over the deli area. Head over to the fish. Head over to, your chicken breasts and your meats and stuff like that. Skip over the steak. You don't need no steak. You don't need no steak. Then you start working your rights. You go past the cereal aisle. You start going past all of that. Skip the cereal. Unless you get an oatmeal. The quick oats. Don't get the oatmeal that it's going to take you a long time to make. Get the Quaker Quick Oats. The Quaker Quick Oats in a big little circular. See, y'all don't think I know. Y'all think that I'm just disconnected. Anton don't know nothing. He ain't been to the grocery store. No, I'm a regular person like everybody else. Get your Quick Oats. All right. I know what's happening in the grocery store. See, you want to go all the way over to the end. You want to skip all of the middle aisles. And you want to go over to the end. You know what's over at the end? Ice cream, pre-meals, big hungry man meals, pre-cooked croissants, Jimmy Dean's. You don't want to actually go and get the sausage that you got to make the patties. You don't want to deal with that. You don't want to do that. You want to go all the way to the end where the ice cream pops are, and then you're going to sit there. You're going to hide that in the second basket. You're going to get on TikTok, and you're going to sit there and talk about, oh, my God, look at my receipt. I only got 5 items. No, you got the Hungry Man meals. You got sherbet, sorbet. You got 2 different kinds. Whipped cream. You know, you get the Jimmy Dean sausage. You went and got, you know how Fridays, I don't know if y'all know Fridays, got the box where they got the mozzarella sticks and the bake. See, you don't want to go and get a potato and bake it. You want to go get the pre-made baked potatoes that got the crumbles on it. You want to get that. The pizzas, the pre-made pizzas that look like a Frisbee, you want to throw that inside of the oven. Or you're going to get Jets, or you're going to get some Hungry Howie's or Pizza Hut or something, Domino's. You want to order out because you want to do what you want to do. You're not going to the grocery store and buying things that you need to make. Get your shredded cheddar. You know what I'm saying? Get the double cheddar. And then you got to get the high end stuff. You want to get Sargento. No, nigga, don't even get Kraft. Get whatever the name brand of the Kroger. You go get you some Kroger cheese. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. My kids don't like that. My kids don't like the cereal that's just in a plastic bag. My kids like cereal that come in the box, and they need to have the Fruity Pebbles mixed with Fruit Loops and Captain Crunch, all crunch berries. That's what you do. They think I don't know what's going on. I see y'all baskets. I seen your basket. I seen a lady that had a basket full of BS. It was all nonsense in there. I said, what kind of mother is this? She ain't giving her kids nothing but sugar. I ain't see nothing in that basket but sugar. Because, see, I'm doing my reconnaissance. I'm in the grocery stores. You know what? I got a special video for y'all. I went to the grocery store and I said, let me see how much it costs to really buy groceries. Just like all of the things that you need in order to survive. I didn't even spend $100. I didn't even come close to $100. I got all of the essentials. Everything. Vegetables, bananas was cheap, apples was cheap, everything was cheap. Bread. You know you ain't drinking no regular milk because y'all like almond milk now with a hint of honey. All of it. I seen it all. I went to go find out for myself. And then you got to get you some snacks. You want to get you a Kit Kat when you're checking out in the line. All you doing is nickel and diming yourself to death. You got you some Kit Kats. I got to get me a Coke. I love Coke. You don't even need to get bottled water. You can go and get a water filter if you just really wanted to. But nope, you bougie. No, we drink Aquapana in this house. We bathe in it, Aquapana. I seen the noodles. There's plenty of noodles out there. Top ramen. I see them all. I see the noodles. Y'all want to go into the ethnic aisle. Yeah, the ethnic aisle where they got all of the high price different stuff from different areas of the world. Oh man, Mexican food, Asian food, food from Portugal. This is what the Brazilians eat. I'm off. I just was in there. How am I off? All right. I'm going to drop this vlog. I'm going to drop that one. Brazil vlog is dropping on the Patreon. Grocery store haul vlog is dropping on the general. I might drop it here. I don't even do pre-recorded content on the Millionaire Morning Show. I might drop it just to prove a point. Cause see, even when y'all go and get y'all Mexican food, y'all don't go get the tortilla. You know what I'm saying? You don't go get the salsa, the cheese, or whatever, none of that stuff. Bake it, get the taco seasoning packets and none of that stuff. You know what y'all go get? You get Doritos. I'm gonna put mine on Doritos. So you get the big bag of Doritos, the cheese Doritos, and you put it on there instead of making it the authentic way. And that's how y'all cost is off. That's what your cost is off.
Breakfast meal deal.
McValue 2.0 is here.
How big of a deal is value right now?
Value is a very big deal right now. The low-income consumer is really pressured by inflation. About 3 in 10 visits are based on some form of deal.
The world's biggest burger chain made waves in March
I love this product. It is so good.
after its CEO posted a video of himself taking a tiny bite of a limited-time behemoth burger.
That's a big bite for a big arch.
Customers and rivals eating up the opportunity to poke fun across social media.
Only one thing missing. A napkin.
While some chains have struggled this season, Burger King and Taco Bell are also relishing strong starts to the year, leaning into social media more than ever. You can have a crispy.
Why are y'all hanging out at Burger King? Why y'all going to Burger King? Why? Why are you at Taco Bell? Tequila Taco Bell. Why are you, if y'all poor, because this is not for the people that's claiming to pull mouth. This is for the people that's sitting there claiming to pull mouth. Why are you at the fast food joints if you poor? If you missing it, if your 100,000 and ain't stretching, what you out there going to Burger King every day for?
Chicken crunch wrap slider.
A lot of restaurants are paying close attention to what is going viral on social media, and they are trying to jump on board.
Experts say sales will continue to sprout up this season. KFC just started offering a $10 bucket of the day.
An epic menu of galactic proportions awaits.
And Burger King launched Star Wars offerings on May the 4th, hoping the Force lures in more calculated customers.
And experts say watch for more menu innovation as another way to catch customers' eyes. This week, McDonald's is rolling out new refreshers and dirty soda-inspired drinks as it tries to take
They rolling out future drinks.
a sip of the booming beverage business. Of course, guys, we can talk about breakfast without
Bringing it.
breakfast.
Research. I'm the only one without food in his mouth, so I guess I'll ask the question. The fast food war over the food here. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the hash brown is a classic. What are you going with, the little sausage?
Sausage egg
there?
McMuffin. I'm a sausage girly.
Yep, me too. Right there with you. That's my order. And then we need a side of hot.
Why do y'all say a name before putting girly and y'all think that that's like, oh yeah, yep, she is.
Cakes.
Makes
We'll
sense
bring
that
that later.
McDonald's is getting into the because we were just talking about the Starbucks budget.
No.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, the young girls with their strawberry acai.
Yeah, no fruit.
No fruit.
No fruit.
Ain't nobody not still going to Starbucks and ordering a $10 frappes.
Low ice. Yeah. So
And they're
it's smart.
coming in at a lower price point, so they're trying to make waves there.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emily.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we're gonna eat. Thanks for bringing the food.
Okay. What'd you get? You want us to save you one?
Yeah, sausage, egg, and cheese.
Okay, you got it.
It's like
Sure.
Pavlov's dog. My stomach is instantly growling.
I know.
Right now.
I know.
You can smell it.
Can't wait to wrap up this forecast real quick and
World's fastest weather.
Yeah, exactly.
Are soda fountains fizzling out? Conversations are bubbling online over McDonald's and their plans to completely phase out self-serve soda machines over the next 6 years.
Okay, so say goodbye to these things.
While Mickey D's first announced these plans back in 2023,
Basically, your car. Yep, McDonald's paid for that segment.
thirsty customers are now starting to notice.
They don't have a fountain drink machine anymore. They get you your drinks.
Going and getting your meal and then going over and picking your soda was part of the experience.
Yo, listen. I've heard a lot of fat content in my life. And as we get older, we have to be healthier and we got to be more focused. And so we go to the gym now and we do our cardio and it just becomes a part of our daily life. As you get older, you're supposed to continue to work out and you have to start incorporating it more into your life. You got to get your steps in. You know what I'm saying? Got to get all of your steps in. If you are sitting here making a TikTok or a video or Instagram post complaining about the fact that you can't get your own soda and you saying that it's a part of the experience, we need to fat shame you. Man, it used to be a part of the experience. I can't believe I can't go get my own soda no more. I don't want to go because I can't get my own soda no more. Yo. As you get older, this is a rule of thumb, right? They say don't drink your calories. Don't drink your calories, right? Because it's the biggest waste of calories, caloric intake that you can make. Don't drink your Oh man, I need to go get some more soda, some more sugar, some more. Yeah, that's a young man's game, man. Once you get past 30 years old, you got to start cutting the sugar out, big dog. That's why you can't sleep good at night. That's why you snore so much, because you got all of that. You may having a sugar crash. You're on a sugar high. That's actually a good thing. Remove the soda machines so people ain't out here going on sugar crashes.
Your soda was part of the experience.
It's not clear how many of their more than 38,000 locations still have the self-service machines, but McDonald's says it's on course to complete the transition to behind-the-counter soda service.
Yeah, the liquor is a hard thing for a lot of people to cleanse also. Sometimes you just got to kind of go through a detox.
By 2032.
Is it kind of sad?
Oh yeah, for me personally, yeah. Gosh, I've been a heavy user of self-serve drink stations. I'm a Diet Coke addict.
Editor-in-chief of Restaurant Business, Jonathan Mase, says he understands the online reaction.
This thing that we had, like...
Really, of all of the things that y'all can crash out over, y'all crashing out over soda?
You would get the ultimate amount of control on how much you wanted to drink. And it was a great bargain. And you could mix and match. You could do all sorts of things with it. And now you really can't.
Some customers speculating theft is the reason Mickey D's is pulling the plug.
Apparently, too many people are going back to the well.
You used to be able to walk into McDonald's, ask for a water cup. You take that water cup and get any drink you want.
In light of the recent buzz on social media, McDonald's says the change is to ensure a consistent, high-quality experience for customers and crew across all ordering channels, whether that's McDelivery, the app, kiosk, drive-thru, or in-restaurant.
I don't know why they're removing it. I think that the soda machines is actually the most profitable thing that you can buy, because you're basically getting it, or you're distributing it for pennies on a dollar, plus the cost of the cup. And if you basically making them buy a cup, or you make them buy a medium or a large drink, that's the biggest markup inside of the restaurant. For any restaurant, the biggest markup is going to be the soda, right? It's the things that you add on. A lot of that other stuff, the margins is razor thin. But if you buy a soda or you buy a drink, the markup on that is incredible. So I guess maybe they're removing it because people are stealing and it's costing them more money. But I used to love whenever people would add a meal or a drink instead of doing it a la carte, because that's what we made the majority of our money. You just get the syrup boxes. They look like little cardboard boxes. It's a CO2 machine, and then you get the syrup boxes, and then the syrup boxes basically, you know, you got to make sure that the CO2 is not flat. That's how y'all drinks be flat. But you get the CO2 machine and the syrup boxes, and you'll make a ton of money off of that. Tons of money off the drinks. Tons of money. Fountain drinks is a gold mine for restaurants. Fountain drinks are gold mines for restaurants. So maybe they're phasing it out because people can't handle it, and they keep asking for water cups, and they keep stealing all of the fountain drinks. Yep. I used to get mine, my syrups delivered and my CO2s delivered from a place. I don't want to give no alley-oops, you know what I'm saying? Because they're not paying for this. But yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. You said them joints is like 50 pounds. It depends. You can get different sizes. And let me tell you what they started doing for real. Now, years ago, like, you know how you go to the movie theaters and they got the machines where you can basically select whatever combination you want. You can pick Fanta, or you could pick Pepsi or Coke or whatever it is that the machine does. You can do diet, and then basically you just hit the button and it'll go and it'll go down in it. The soda companies started making more money because they started automating and being able to monitor exactly how much you're using. And so first of all, you couldn't use a knockoff, because what a lot of restaurants would do is that they would get the machine, because they'll give you the machine for free, right? Now I'm giving you the restaurant sauce. They'll give you the machines for free as long as you agree to continue to purchase the syrups. So they'll come in, they'll install it. And that's one of the things that you get for free as a restaurant. You say, hey, I want to sell your product. And they're going to compete, right? The Pepsi people want you to sell their product. The Coke people want you to sell their product. But then when you go to the restaurant stores, or you get your syrupy people that come in and distribute it or whatever, what happens is you are supposed to be agreeing to buy the syrups from them. But what a lot of restaurant owners don't tell you, and this is another reason why y'all drinks taste weird, is that they're selling a knockoff version a lot of times straight from the syrup places. So the syrup places will say, well, hey, listen, you can get the Sprite, you can get the orange, you can get the Coke, you can get this and that, whatever, so on and so forth, root beer, high C, whatever it is, and it's going to cost you X amount of dollars. Or you can get the knockoff. It's the same thing. It tastes the same. You can get the knockoff, and you can save yourself 30%. And so you get it, and it don't taste the same. And people are like, oh, that's weird. But they don't pay too much attention. But there's a lot of people be like, it don't taste the same. But if you're making decent money, right? If you're making a lot of money on the markup of selling the sodas, then it's no reason for you to try to cut costs in that way. That's a dumb way to try to cut costs. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people would do the knockoffs, but they'll give you the machine for free if you agree to buy the syrups. But a lot of people are cheaping out and they buying the syrups. It's just like catfish, right? So a lot of places that say that they selling catfish, they're not selling catfish. They selling what's the name of it? I don't know. Swai. I think it was called swai. And so they passing it off like it's catfish, but if you know, it don't have the same texture. It's not the same. And so they selling swai instead of selling catfish. And a lot of these restaurants, the fish that y'all eating is not the fish that y'all think that y'all getting. Y'all ordering these fish, but it's not the same. They telling y'all that this is this fish, this is this fish. It's not. It's not. It's a lot of it is knockoff. So if you find a decent restaurant that's actually giving you quality food, and they may charge a little bit for it, be willing to pay it because you're getting what you're paying for, you're not getting no fake food. Some of the times the restaurants got to charge a little bit more because they're actually getting quality ingredients, they're getting quality foods. And so a lot of these restaurants are selling y'all a finesse, and you think just because you're getting it cheaper that you're getting a better bargain for your price. No, you're getting a worse, you're not getting the product that you're ordering. And whiting. Yeah, whiting. That's what it is. But again, I've been in the restaurant business. I've seen all of the tricks. I see what people do. I'm also a silent investor in multiple different restaurants in and around Metro Detroit. I've ran them myself. I built them myself. So I understand the game. And this is why people join the Patreon, is because they're getting real insight, real information from somebody that's actually done it, built it, worked in corporate America, going to the highest levels of corporate America, built the businesses, built homes in real estate, understand exactly what you're doing, how to navigate to it, how to negotiate a pay package, all of that stuff. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've done it all. Been there, done it all. Been there, done it all. Everywhere you trying to go, young man, I done been there. Been there, done that.
Taking y'all behind the scenes. What happened late at night once everybody is either sound asleep or they just now getting to the club or they about to leave the club and they about to go home and all of that. This is when the magic really happens. This is when we taking y'all behind the scenes. Really start to grind. We do our deep cleaning, and I'm talking about disinfecting everything, making sure everything is swept under, mopped, bleached, clean, about to change the fryer oil, really start to grind. About to really grind. So a lot of people, they're not going to take y'all in the kitchen. They're not going to show y'all what the floors look like and, all of that other stuff. We're going to show y'all everything. We're going to take y'all behind the scenes every day. We just going to about to really About to really, really, really grind. So a lot of people, they're not going to take y'all in the grind, show y'all what the process looks like.
I've seen it. I've done it all. Had people on the security cameras. Watching all of the workers and all of the people buying food on the security cameras. I've done it all, man. I used to watch the security cameras all the time. I've seen it. I've done it. I've done it all. Yes, I have. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. I used to use social media to take people behind the scenes and market to people. Show them in the kitchen, show them all of that. It was a part of my marketing strategy. Shout out to you, Manny Plays PC says, I can't lie, I'm probably about 3% of that DoorDash revenue increase. Not if you got it, then spend it. Might as well take my last $5 because I can't buy anything with it. Thank you, Prometheus, for contributing into the platform. Lady Kylo. All right. I run into my billionaire friend and all the often. Clock it. Blessings and shalom to everybody. Shout out to my baby lady. Daddy and the Caddy says liquid diabetes was a part of the experience. That's a fact. He did say that. Mr. Lott says, to this day, I still think they were frying pigeons during COVID. They was catching them and actually cooking them. Seriously. Broccoli Brock. Shout out to my dog Brock says smoked turkey legs aren't turkey legs. They are pig legs. Look at the ones from your Thanksgiving turkey white meat versus any of the other ones. Pink. Yeah. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all to everybody that contributes into the platform. We got the Q show tonight. We rocking. If you get catfish, you order it whole, so I know it's catfish. We rocking tonight. Let's rock. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I see y'all on Relationship Wednesdays.